You want a war? You're going to get one.
Drop it.
What was that? He had no time for one more play.
He had an opportunity to win that game.
But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
the brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys game.
You
The
literally
brother screwed us. The brother screwed us. Yeah, we had one man opportunity for one more play.
Dallas still stinks.
Yo, my do it, King Digbat here, and welcome to a huge game, not just for the Bears and Niners, but for our Eagles as well. This could decide the number 2 seed, and we have kickoff 49ers set back to receive, and they're going to take it from the 1 yard line. Out comes the run to the 22, 23 yard line. What is going on, everybody? Crazy game last game. J-Dog, what's up? Kane, what's up? Frylock, what's happening? Big D, Bleeding Kelly Green, James, thank you guys for being here. Rosie, Eddie, thank you guys so much for being here. Wise Guy, man, thank you for the super chat, my man. I appreciate it. Second seed repeat would be the bomb. It would be. No question about it. We'll take it. All right, so let's get this game going. All right, so the Niners got a 1st and 10. We want the Niners tonight. Here's a throw. Interception. First pay. Bears pick it off. Touchdown, T.J. Edwards. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Opening pass. He picks it off for touchdown. What kind of friggin' start is that? You got a T.J. Edwards. Freaking 49ers. The one time I root for them. Just a bad pass, dude. They're going to have to shake it off. That's like the last thing we wanted. You know what I mean? Doppers as a YouTube is here. Thank you for being here. TJ Edwards, that's a sign, right? And you think the Eagles will get through that defense? Hell no. Anything the Eagles do, to me, has nothing to do with anybody else. This team is they're such an extreme, one side to the other. I don't know what to make of them. People think the Eagles are going to Super Bowl. Not if you give up leads. Wise Guy, thank you for super chat. Edwards, hex on our birds, right? Just crazy. Jalen Johnson, nice play, deflected up to T.J. Edwards, and that's a pick 6. First play of the game. 500, I know I keep saying this too, but we need to keep team guessing by having Tank and Barkley in the backfield with or without motions. I would love to see it. I think Shipley's getting too much time. I agree. 500, do you want the Niners to win because they can't get a higher seed? No, well, we need the Bears lose twice. If the Bears lose twice and the Eagles win next week, we get the 2 seed. So I'd rather have the 2 seed than the 3 seed because that means you're guaranteed 2 playoff games at home and not 1. Philly, Jalen Carter had a great game back from his surgery. Basically won the game, blocked the extra point. It's even cooler because I got his jersey for Christmas in my. Oh, you did? That's awesome. Yeah, no, he was the difference maker. We had a scary play, a horrible play calling. Big Mix, what's going on, my man? Shit, Eagles got a major shot. Name of these teams legit. Did you see first play? Yeah, I think the playoffs are wide open. You can't tell me that any of these teams don't have a shot. I think they all do, and including the Eagles. They all have a shot. It's whoever's hotter at the right time in the playoffs. Ahmed, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, the Chicago former Eagles, great start for them. Yeah, right? Here's Purdy. Play action, overthrows, incomplete. No flag down, 2nd and 10. Eagles play real teams, our ass is grass. I mean, is Buffalo not a real team? I don't know. I don't know. To me, it's not. I don't see any team that can stop us when we play right. It's when we decide to play conservative and go in these shells that we kill ourselves. I mean, Buffalo's got they're 11-5. They were 11-4 coming into today. Here's a run, goes for a couple. I think the Eagles could beat every one of these teams, to be quite honest with you. Question is will they get a lead against these teams and then blow it? That's the thing I worry about. Think about this, Philly. The first Super Bowl, we were the number 1 seed. The second Super Bowl was the number 2 seed, so it would be crazy if we were the 3. Yeah, that would be crazy. I wonder if a team has won us multiple Super Bowls with 3 different seeds. 3rd and 7 for the Niners. Purdy looks, throws, caught up at the 44-yard line. There you go. Yeah, the way they glaze Josh Allen nuts, and I say they're a contender. They're definitely a contender. We've beaten some really good teams this year. Problem is we beat ourselves most of the time. Our defense was great, you know. Even if you look at the first half, that was the most complete half I thought they played all year. You had Buffalo on the ropes, and then you come back, and all of a sudden you go into this offensive shell, and that's it. That's all she wrote. Yeah, come on, Niners. Hell yeah, JB Sports page. That's what you got to do. Fly Parks, thank you for the Super Chat. Wisconsin linebackers were a great group. Bond, Allen, and Edwards. Yeah, they were. I didn't think. I remember people talking about Bond. I didn't think he was going to be that good as he is. 2nd and 1. Niners are now driving at the 35. Here's a handoff, McCaffrey. Come on, McCaffrey. He's going nowhere. Can't believe I'm rooting for them, but yeah, we got to. I'm sick of hearing Pats fans already saying they're going to win more Super Bowls. They ain't winning. I don't see. That's the thing. I don't believe any of those teams. Like, I don't believe in Denver. I don't believe in New England. I don't believe in Jacksonville. Like, I don't know who to. I don't know. I don't have a good feel for the AFC at all. I don't even have a good feel for the NFC. Like, I just think it's wide open. I think all these teams can beat each other. It's just whoever plays better that day. Whoever gets hot. Here's Purdy back to pass. Look. Incomplete. Almost picked off again. I think the only team in the NFC that I don't think can go far is Carolina. I think everybody else, I think they could all go. Our defense wins, not Jalen Hurts. That defense is championship material. JH, thank you for Super Chat. Rooting for the Bears. Our D needs a rest week. You need a rest week. I almost don't mind not resting. So, you know, I know that sounds weird. Greg Q, thank you for Super Chat. Best D in at least the NFC. Super Bowl level, no doubt. Agreed. I'm telling you, if that offense, if they just treated the game like 0-0 going into that third quarter, I truly believe it would be a different game. Go over the schedule. I did it earlier. You go over the schedule, and it's insane. The amount of games in which you came out and kicked ass. What happens? A quarterback just goes cold. A whole offense just forgets how to play. Come on, I don't buy it. It's coaching. Purdy looks, throws. Oh, down at the 1, yeah! Here's an example, right? We won't even talk about week 1 or week 2. I can't even remember what happened. I think we were up big in that Kansas City game, too, if I don't remember. The Los Angeles game is the exception. We came back. But week 4, we played Tampa, up 24-6 at halftime. You almost lose that game. The next week, week 5, Denver. You're up 14 points with 8 minutes left. Dominated them the whole game. You blow that game. Then you get killed by the Giants. You come back Minnesota game, you're blowing them out. They make it close and you win 28-22. That game was a blowout and they made it a close game at the end. Then you got a bye. You play the Packers and the Lions. They're close games. Touchdown Niners. Then you got week 12 week 12 versus Dallas. You're up 21-0. You choke that game away. Bears kicked your ass. Chargers game, you lose 19-22. You were up what? You were up 10 points at one point in that game or something like that. You're up in the Chargers game, you blow that game. And then today you blow the Buffalo game. All their losses, but 2 losses, are games that they were winning and were blowing teams out and blew it. That's coaching. That's coaching. It's crazy. I'm doing okay. I'm not doing okay right now, man. Thank you for the super chat. He goes, it's not rocket science. Bills defense adjusted, and the 2 Stooges once again had no answers for it. Praying that Fangio bails us out through the playoffs. Agreed. D.R. Williams, thank you for super chat. If somehow we could play a complete game on offense, we could repeat. And it won't even be close. Wise guy, thank you for the super chat. He goes, love you 500. Do you stream Eagles playoff games? Every single one of them. Yes, sir. Every one of them I'll be here for. I'll be not only Eagles, I'll be doing every playoff game. So, yeah, we'll be here all day, man. You're more than welcome to come hang out with your boy. The Niners answered. They needed to. That's good. Broncos won as a 1 and a 2 seed. Has anybody a team ever won as a 1, 2, and a 3? The game had me mad too. I was pissed. Yeah, we're going for the Niners. Niners, since they winning, puts us closer to the 2nd seed. Of course, Niners can go to hell week 18. Of course, agreed. Yeah, Denver game was 17-3. With 8 minutes left. Bears D is trash, yep. Thank you, 500. Thank you, my man. Yeah, Bears have to lose both games. But, I mean, they could very well lose tonight and lose next week to the Lions. It can very well happen. It's not an impossibility. Did you see Sirianni talking shit in the tunnel? AJ was next to him and just shook his head. No, I didn't see it. I didn't see it yet. I haven't seen it yet. So what's our chances locking in the 1 seed? 1 seed, we're done. I think with Seattle's win today, we can't win that. But we can win the 2nd seed. And that would mean 2 home playoff games. You know, let's say you're the 2 seed, and let's say Seattle's a 1 seed, and let's say Seattle has to play the Rams. Well, they're going to lose to the Rams. And that could give the Eagles the 2 seed. Remember, the Eagles were the 2 seed last year, and we had home field. So I think it's a big deal. I think it's a big deal to get the 2 seed. It's Nick's philosophy, and he's got to go for the offense to change. Stevie Wonder can see the trend since Nick has been here. Agreed. I agree. 500 Niners can still get the 1 seed, right? We are cheering for that. They can still get the 1 seed. We cannot get the 1 seed. So we cannot get it. But they've got to win. The Niners have to win today, and they have to win next week. They have to win those 2 games, I believe, to get the 1 seed. So, yeah, I mean, I don't mind playing the Niners in San Francisco. We'll beat them. But we need them to beat the Bears, because if the Bears win one of the last 2 games, they get the 2 seed. There's a really good a really high chance, being that the Eagles are going to be the 3 seed and the Bears are going to be the 2, or vice versa. There's a very, 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 very good chance, real chance, that the Eagles are going to play the Bears again in the playoffs, that we will see them again. If we get out of the first round, you're playing the Bears. So do you want to play in Chicago or do you want to play it in Philly? I don't see the Niners winning. They've beaten absolute pedestrians on their schedule. They have no shot. Yeah, you might be right. You might be right. Look what happened round 2 against the Giants. What year? Here's Williams, looks, throws, caught, gain of 8. If you don't get the 1 seed, then to me it doesn't matter much. But 1 home game is a bit better, I suppose. Still no one but a 1 seed gets a break, unfortunately. Well, don't forget last year the 1 seed got beat. If you look at it this year, the way it's setting up, the Seattle may get a bye week, but those wildcard teams are actually better than some of than the 4th divisional team. Seattle could have the 1 seed and have to play the Rams in the second round. I mean, I don't think they beat them, So I think a 2 seed would be huge. It's funny because people said we wouldn't outscore the Bills, and we did. Yeah, they'll move the goalposts now, right? It's like, oh, you haven't beat anybody good. Wait till you play Buffalo. Then you beat Buffalo. Well, that don't really count. They didn't do anything in the first half. Yeah, but they didn't do anything because our defense. Oh, it don't matter. They just moved the goalposts. All right, you got a 3rd and 3 for the Bears. At the 35, Williams, play action, back to pass, going to pump fake to the running back. Now he looks, rolls to his right like Hurts, throws, and it is incomplete. 4th down. Flag down, of course. Bears, ineligible man downfield, declined, and they're going to have to punt. That catch ruled incomplete, destroyed Nick's script. Oh, you mean the Devon? I still don't think that was an incompletion. And there's a lot of calls that they just were bad. Let's get that 2nd seed, right? So the Bears are going to be either the 2nd seed or the 3rd seed. Eagles are going to be either the 3rd or the 2nd seed. So if both of them win round 1, they're going to play each other in round 2. So you want to play the Bears again in Chicago, or do you want to play them in Philly? I think they beat the Bears either. But that's what we're facing. You can never watch this team relax. Always have to have a heart attack. I know. It's the truth. And we were saying it at halftime, too. We were talking about it, like, don't take your foot off the gas as soon as we went to halftime. And that's exactly what they did. The missed pass interference on A.J. Brown touchdown pissed me off. Me, too. Marcus going to work on his jump shot? Maybe. Oh, another Bradley Cooper commercial? A win is a win, go Birds. It is. At the end of the day, it is. Did you see how Nick acted after the game? AJ looked at him like, dude, we really played so bad in the second half, and you're acting like that. Nah, I didn't see it. But, I mean, that's typical Nick. It's what he does. Did anybody see any catches through the middle inside half? No. There was no catches. They didn't complete one pass in the second half. Hurts was 0 for 7 in the second half. And why he only threw 7 times in the second half is crazy to me. Because they were running on first down, running on second down, and then they would throw on third. A win is team motto of 2023. Yeah, different team, though. That team collapsed. This team definitely did not collapse down the stretch. I still don't understand why I still don't run tank. We got to get this run game. I don't know either. And they ran the ball well in the first half. Barkley had 60-something yards in the first half. Went to sleep in the second half. See what if I can find out what he ended up with statistic-wise. Barkley finished with 19 carries for 68 yards. He had 65 yards at halftime. He had 3 yards in the second half. That's ridiculous, dude. That's ridiculous. Jalix Hunt, 2 sacks. Jalen Phillips, 1 sack. Ojomo 1 sack. They gave Carter only 1 sack. I thought Carter got 2 sacks. I thought Carter got 2 sacks today. You want Brian DeBall? I'm scared of Brian DeBall. I don't know, something about him. I'm hoping McDaniel gets fired. Dave Does, what's going on, my man? Hey, why don't you drop the link to that raffle? They got a raffle going, him and LB. You guys should definitely check it out. Hey, Philly, I just watched Nick and Jalen's press conference, and I wanted to smack both of them. Jalen's become Nick's twin. They only care about a win and not correcting things. They gotta care about correcting things. We can only hope they are saying their best for the playoffs by not showing everything once they. I know. I just don't believe that. That's the problem. I believe that they go in their shell as soon as they get a decent lead. The fumble should count as a sack. That would give him 2 sacks on the day. I think they're gonna have to fix that. Clark, thank you for the super chat, my man. He goes, I hate Sills. All he does is freaking talk shit about our Super Bowl MVP. Ignore the play caller. Such bullshit. Oh, that's his thing. He knows that's going to piss you guys off. You know, that's all he's going to do. Yeah, everybody go check this out, man. This raffle they're doing, him and OB. It's awesome. And I need to post stuff for that, and I will. I'll get that. I'll make sure I have that stuff up tomorrow, Dave does, for tomorrow's stream. 500, we could complain all week long about the offense in the second half, but this was a big confidence boost against playoffs. Yeah, and our defense definitely. I agree. To me, even though our offense shit the bed in the second half, to me this confirms the Eagles can win the Super Bowl again. Now they just got to go do it. Purdy's going to run, and he's going to get about half the yards. So it's 3rd down now for the Niners. Third and 6. Purdy back to pass. Looking, getting pressure. Throws. Deflected again. That's the 3rd knockdown. They will not give Carter that sack. If a snap is mishandled, there is no intent to pass, not a sack. That rip chain. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, thank you for updating me on that. I thought if he touched the guy while the play was, while the quarterback was down, it would count as a sack. But that's good to know. So Michael Strahan wouldn't break the sack record then. All right. Niners punting. And it's fair caught at the 16. I think it's unfair for the NFL to schedule late night games for the East Coast team going to the West Coast. To make it fair, they should make wildcard teams play at 1 p.m. going to East Coast. Yeah, I wonder. I wonder what the teams that have to travel think about that. You might be right. Offensive coordinator needs to be investigated. 500, this offense will be a demise, bro. The 3 and outs are. I know. If they keep the same philosophy, if they don't change it up in the playoffs, it's going to come back and haunt us. When you play a team like the Rams, it's going to haunt us. It is. That's my biggest fear. Is I worry that we do that shit in the playoffs. That we're up we're up 17 points in going into halftime, and then we let a team come back. Tattletale says 500. What we need to do is what the Chiefs did 23. Lean on the defense and play mistake-free football on offense. They won a Super Bowl as a third seed doing just that. Yeah, well, that's what I think they want to do. The problem is that I think the Eagles go too much. Like, they go too conservative too early. They got to do it later. $250 million to lead the league in 3 and outs. It's crazy. Yo, Philly scoring none in the second half is crazy, bro. Like, real shit. Our defense was effing tired. Oh, I know. And we do this shit all the time. It's so frustrating, but when you look at it, I just think it's such an extreme to go one half and be able to do everything and then go to the other half and can't do anything. I think that's the way they're coaching. The Eagles went in. The Eagles are almost better off being up like 10-7 or a 10-10 game at halftime. I swear. They're better off. If they're up 17-0, 14-0, 13-0, they're gonna take the foot off the gas. They do it all the time. The Filipino, thank you for the super chat, my man. Appreciate you. A500, they have to do something about Sidney Brown. The dude is freaking liability. Out there picking fights and injuring our own players. He is trash. He's got to go. He's got to go. This all season, I'm with you. Here's a first down carry for the Bears. Among Die, and he gets a yard. Now, the Niners do a good job, I think, against the run. They don't get to the quarterback a lot, though. I agree. If you would have played with the aggressiveness that you played the first half with offensively, I believe it was 27-10 win. I mean, just look at the schedule. Go through the results of the games, and it's unbelievable how many games we blow leads to. 2nd and 8. Here's another handoff. It goes for about 3. Big third down coming up. The Bears lose tonight. We have to play our starters next week. Yes. Ringo, Adoree, Jackson, City Brown will be the first to be released. Yeah, I agree. Clay Lewis, I am wonderful. How are you, my friend? It was supposed to be belt to ass for the dirty shit they did to us. I agreed. Clark, thank you for the super chat, my man. He goes, the TP to get out of the end zone says everything. Oh, yeah, I know. The tush push to get on first and 10 at the half-yard line, they do a tush push. What the frig, dude? Run the ball with Barkley. You know what I mean? Or quick throw, like somebody said. Like, yeah, it's crazy, man. Crazy. I miss the days when our coaches would hold the players accountable and bench injured, underperforming players. Offensive line has killed us all year, especially Jurgens and the guard. Agreed. Jurgens is a problem. Bears have to punt. Niners getting the ball back. Come on, baby. Let's go right now. Run it back. Go. There. He gets to the 34. Philly, can you shit on the Bucs to make Sills cry? I mean, I can. He'll just, he won't do anything. Joe, 100% agree, but you got to thug it out for the playoffs. I hope for the best. Unfortunately, you got to. You're calling Mark? I'm not calling Mark. My phone is retired during streams. I don't use it. I get in trouble every time I do it. Philly, will you be streaming the win and the in-games with the Ravens, Steelers, and Buck Panthers? We'll be streaming the win and in-games with the Ravens, Steelers, and Bucks, Panthers. What, next week, you mean? Here's McCaffrey, big run. I mean, McCaffrey breaks a big one. 30 down to the 23. What do you mean exactly? Ravens Steelers, right? That's for a playoff game next week. Bucks Panthers. Oh, those are next. Yeah, I'll be streaming. We'll be streaming. I don't know what time the games are though. Did they come out with the schedule yet? Let me see if I got the schedule. The last time I checked to see the schedule, it was like all to be announced. See if they get scheduled. Yeah, see, everything's to be determined. But next week, yeah, we'll be following that Lions Bears game hopefully. Then you got let's see, you got Ravens Steelers. We'll be dealing with that game. Seahawks 49ers. We'll be doing it. Yeah. We'll be live all day that day. It's going to be a busy day Sunday. That'll be next Sunday. So yeah, I'll be here for all that. Let me try another scoring thing. Let's try. See ESPN ticker. Yeah, he's still good. Yeah. Niners rolling though. There's a handoff. Niners still carrying to the 10-yard line. Robinson, 15-yard gain. We need lane back desperately. 500, I don't see any problem with sneaking at the half-yard line. That whole half Barkley was getting hit in the backfield. Just get easy yards and avoid. They only got 2 yards on that. And then they come back in the next play and they run Barkley and they get another yard or 2. You know? Purdy, play action, looks, rolls, gonna keep it, gonna run. Purdy, touchdown Niners. Smell that second seed? User, thank you for super chat, my man. So if the Bears lose, we take second or we stay at third, 500. Side note, what the F is Nick talking crazy back to the locker rooms when we had 17 yards a second? I don't know what Nick said back in the locker rooms. I didn't hear. But as far as if the Bears lose tonight, they'll still be the 3 seed. I mean, they'll still be the 2nd seed. We need the Bears to lose the next 2 weeks. We need them to lose tonight, and we need them to lose to the Lions next week. And we got to win. But I think that's very possible. That can happen. Unless the Lions just tank it in, which I don't think they will. I think they're going to play. All right. I really hope AJ stays. I hope so too. I still think this entire defense should have won the Super Bowl MVP last year. Hurts was good, but the fact that defense shut out the Chiefs. Yeah, I mean, there's an argument to be made. I guess they don't want to do group MVPs, but I mean, you could make an argument that like Josh Sweat should have won it. You know, defense was why we won the Super Bowl last year in that game. There's no question. I mean, Hurts was great too. Don't get me wrong. Bears never beat the Lions. There you go. That's good. That's good for us. 500. I think if Buffalo kicks the extra point, they win over. Oh yeah, they do. Well, that's what I'm saying. This was Dumb and Dumber. This was literally Dumb and Dumber because as dumb as the Eagles were for taking their foot off the gas and the way they played offense in the second half, the Bills were even stupider because you score a touchdown. The Eagles' defense is completely gassed, right? They're not going to hold up in overtime. Why would you take your foot off their neck? Kick the extra point, go to overtime, and you could probably win it. Bills winning that game in overtime. I think they made a big mistake. I do. But before we can continue, though, we do have a quick word from our sponsor.
Real quick. Polymarket is the revolutionary prediction market everyone is absolutely obsessed with right now. Not only are you getting early access, but it is legal in all 50 states, 1-cent fees, instant trades, total control. You're trading against people, not the house. If we live look into the Polymarket app right now, and we look at the Eagles-Bills game, the Bills are 56%, while the Eagles are 46% chance of winning. I'm betting Eagles, but let's say you like to wait till later, and the market dips to, let's say, 40% for the Eagles. That's your buy-in. You're buying cheap, late, and you ride the momentum. That's not a loss. That's an opportunity sports books don't want you to know. Polymarket lets you capitalize instantly. It's incredible. Everyone is going crazy over it. And the most awesome part, downloading the app with my link below using Philly 500 unlocks exclusive early access plus $10 completely free. No deposit, no card, nothing. Don't miss out and join the revolution.
Shout out to Polymarket for sponsoring this video. And yeah, crazy, man. Our sponsor, love you, bro. 500, I'll Polymarket if you say, where's the link? If you want early access, the best part out of all my sponsorships, this is my favorite one because they're giving you early access to their app. So definitely, the link is in the description. Definitely join. You can get it. You don't have to spend anything to get the app early. Just use that code Philly500. It's really awesome. All right, 14-7, Niners on top. Hey, Philly, if Pittsburgh was stupid, they played to stop Myles Garrett, not to win the division. If it was stupid, they played to stop Myles Garrett, not to win the division. Well, they got to win it next week, right? They got Baltimore next week. Is that who they play? I think they play Baltimore next week, right? Yeah, Ravens Steelers for the division. It's going to be interesting. For you mother humper, the hell are you? It's eggnog time. Hey, what's happening? I'm going to be having some eggnog, definitely. Williams throws incomplete. Ever since our son was born, we started winning again. Maybe he is. And congratulations on your child being born. That's awesome. Now, single hurts as I run game 2. Horrible play call. Horrible. I hope Harris and Howie see what difference a real offensive coordinator makes and stop letting Nick do what he wants. I agree. Totally agree with you. Hurts can't pass. Dude can't read. Defense doesn't audible. I don't know why he doesn't audible. I will agree with you. I mean, I don't agree with the rest of what you're saying, but I do agree he doesn't audible enough. Like, when you see all that defense up, man, you got to come out of that run. When you know the defense knows where you're going with the run game, like, audible out of it. I do agree with that. Nick, thank you for Super Chat. Had a dream we repeated, then traded for Garrett. What a great dream. I love it. I had a dream, too. I dreamt that the Eagles were kneeling the ball and the game was over and we were going to the Super Bowl. It was weird. And we were playing the Rams. Thank you so much, 500. Appreciate my man. Means a lot. Thank you all in chat. Yeah, man. Congratulations. Because he sucks, that's why. It's hard for me to look at a guy in the first half, be so different than a guy in the second half, and say, oh, yeah, he can't play. I'm sorry. I don't buy it. Caleb going to run a little screen to Komet, and he's going to get a first down up at the midfield. So Bears are driving now. 500, did you see where Hurts said that he just ran the plays that was called, that's on the coaching, but agreed, audible out, please get a new coach. Yeah, Hurts is frustrated. A.J. Brown is frustrated. Devontae Smith is frustrated. Saquon Barkley, they've all, during the course of the year, have cried and told us they're frustrated at the way we get conservative. They've all said it. And the coaches do it anyways. Hurts was too good in the first half to say he didn't know what the defense was doing. He was doing what he was told. Exactly. Our defense is great, but Jalen Hurts is holding him back unless he gets injured or playoffs 10 plays. Well, I don't know, man. Look, he wasn't good in the second half. The whole offense wasn't, but, like, I'm not saying he's perfect. Oh, Williams going deep. He's got a man open. Touchdown. Wide open. Luther Burton III. Touchdown. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I saw the guy make some friggin' amazing passes in that first half, and I thought he was good in the first half. So that second half, what happens to this team? I think it's more in the coaching. I really, really do. I have no idea. I haven't listened to him. Hunt with that incredible sack. Phillips harassing Josh all game. Blankenship and Epps on the same page. Bro, our defense is elite and dynasty. The defense is for real. And how about Jalen Carter? Jalen Carter, I mean, he missed all that time, and he comes back. He looked dominant today. 3,500. If the 49ers win and we beat the Commanders, we get the second seed. No, and the Bears got to lose to the Lions next week, too. They've got to lose 2 more times. And there's a personal foul on the Niners after the touchdown. I'm not saying the coach is hurt, but Hurts definitely doesn't execute when he should. I'm not going to sit there and say he's perfect, and there aren't things that he could do better, because there are. But, I mean, I just, like when we go through the schedule, right? And I've done this a couple times already, and I look at some of these games. Like how can you have a half where you look so good and then you look like and then you go to the next half and you can't complete a pass? Like, how does it go from one extreme to the other so quickly? And to me, it's got to be coaching. It's got to be. Because it doesn't make sense to me otherwise. 4133, thank you for Super Chat. Nick is our version of Tomlin. Both won and lost Super Bowl, carried by the opposite side of the ball, and then they coach players they don't or didn't pick. Yeah? You might be right. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. Sean, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, 49ers lose, they'll be a 6 seed, a better matchup. Problem is then you're stuck at the 3rd seed. So, the question is would you rather play the 49ers at home and not the Rams, or would you rather play 2 home playoff games? See, I want those 2 home playoff games. I'm going to be honest. Out of all the years watching football, I don't remember any team being this Jekyll and Hyde on one side of the ball. Like, I've never seen it before. I can't say. There's so many things about this team that I just have never seen before. I've never seen a team go on such a winning streak the way they have, yet can look like totally 2 different teams in the first half and in the second half. Like, I just never seen that before. Not to that level. I've never seen it. If y'all took 2 seconds to stop crying about the Eagles, you would realize that we could make it back to the goddamn Super Bowl again. These other teams have no defense that plays into our hands again. Agreed. I think they're going to win it. I honestly think they're going to win the Super Bowl again. I truly do. And it's because it's wide open. And I think the Eagles could go beat any of these teams. Matter of fact, they've beaten most of them already. You can't tell me they can't win on the road. They can. That's the crazy thing. To me, this team can win on the road if they can string full 4 quarters. The crazy thing is that they do it and they string in 2 quarters. And they do it. That's what's crazy. Play call second half's terrible. First half Hurts drop at Giants. Yeah. How does it? I mean, Hurts threw 7 times in that second half. How many times came on 3rd and long? That's what I would like to know. How many times did they run it on 1st, run it on 2nd, and then throw it on 3rd and long? You took the words out of my mind, 500. It's wild how they swing from one extreme to the next. Yeah, like extreme swings, I just don't remember a team ever being that crazy back and forth. Trust me, I was just as mad as everybody else watching the game and a lot of the season. But we just got to win 3 games against teams that we know we can beat, and that's just what I agree. I totally agree with you. I agree. It's crazy though because it's like if they could just be complete, if they could just play 4 good quarters, nobody has a chance. I think they're way better than everybody else. I just don't think they play up to their standards all the time. I really don't. I mean, they play these teams, they play and show up for a half, and they win. It's crazy to me. But once the playoffs start, it's a different feel. Everything changes once the playoffs start. It's a different season. 500, which AFC team would give us the biggest test Super Bowl? I think Buffalo. I think Buffalo was the biggest test we'd face. I mean, I guess maybe you could say Denver or New. I just don't know if those teams are ready. So I don't know what to make. Maybe Houston? Oh, Purdy, nice throw. Caught up at the 45. 30-yard gain. I think we should run Tank. I would like to see Tank get more. My sound isn't matching my picture. Probably try refreshing. How many did I add this entire year? Ooh, I don't know. Let me see. See if I can find out. We added 17,700 subscribers this year. 17,000. How many points did LA put on Seattle's defense? Oh, wait. I don't know. 2nd and 3. McCaffrey gets a couple. What we are seeing is a team that is so immensely talented, that's how they win games. Our overcoaching them will only hold them back. And I think we see that struggle. It's truly, I agree. I totally agree with you. Yeah, 17 was good. That's not my best, but that was good. Did I add 3,000 in the last week? No. 3,000? No, I didn't even. The whole month of December, I had less than 2,000. Yeah, I added less than 2,000 the month of December. So I didn't add 3,000 in 3 weeks? When was it? Last week, 3,000? No. 3,000? No. I didn't even add 2,000 this month. How would you feel about Eagles-Pats Super Bowl rematch? I mean, I think the Eagles will kill them. 200,000 would be nice. It would be nice. 3,000 in a week would be great, but that didn't happen, unfortunately. Eagles play down to the competition, taking their foot off the gas. They do. They do it all the time. Now we had under 1,500 this month in December. So it was under 1,500 for the month of December. Are you concerned our offense play in the playoffs? Yeah, I worry about us taking the foot off the gas. Like what happened. Like I worry we get a big lead and then we blow it. That's what scares me. So you got 4 seconds left in the quarter. Niners won't run a snap. We go second quarter, 14-14. Update my clock. Hold on 1 second. I hear people screaming. I gotta go see what the hell's going on. You guys hear the screaming? I'll be right back.
2 minutes to go. You have plenty of time.
Come on.
Oh, shit! Dad! No!
It's over. It's over. This game is over. Cut it off. It's over.
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay.
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today.
All right, sorry about that. They're playing a game. I heard screaming. Yeah, I mean Carter, in my opinion, won the game for us. You know, Cowboys fans think they get Max Crosby and still keep their first-round pick left at delusion. Why would Crosby want to go from one losing team to another? Crosby wants to go to Philly, if anything. So, would you rather have offensive coordinator DeBall, Gruden, or McDaniels? Thank you. I would say McDaniels. I actually think McDaniels would be. I actually think McDaniels would be interesting. So I would go McDaniels. So can you play Mark's reaction to Allen missed throw? Yeah, I'll have to go find it. Yeah, we win. We won. We sure did. To the point, I even argue with Cowboy fans somewhere. I know. I find it the same way. I watched a little Mark stream with the Cowboys Washington game, and it was like the most delusional thing I've ever heard in my life. I couldn't deal with it. Shane Steichen back would be nice, but I don't think he's getting taught. I don't think he's getting fired. You know. You know what? It wasn't the last time I was out, but it had been several days. Yeah. I feel you're the delusional one thinking your team is top notch. Your defense is great. I'll give you that, but your offense is trashy. You know. Here's the thing: is like how can I be delusional though? Like I find it crazy that you're gonna call a guy delusional who literally team just won a Super Bowl the year before and is the defending champion. How can I be delusional? I don't think I can be delusional. I just won a Super Bowl. I had to be right more than I was wrong. Frank Reich, I saw somebody say, I don't mind Frank Reich, but I would prefer somebody else. I think McDaniel, if he got fired, I would consider him. We can't beat anyone in the league. Dallas can't, no. Yeah, Frank Reich, I mean, I wouldn't mind Frank. McCaffrey gets the ball to the 5-yard line. Even RPOs from years ago is better offense than this, but I still believe we're good enough to beat them. I agree. I mean, if you take this game earlier, right? You take this game earlier, and you look at the first half. I mean, some of the throws Hurts made were friggin' really good throws, and he was playing good. And Barkley was over 4 yards a carry, and then the offense comes out in the second half, and they go. They can't do anything. They can't throw. They can't run. They can't do anything. It's just crazy to me. Touchdown. McCaffrey scores, baby. I hate going for the Niners. I really do. Ricardo says, listen, people, diehard Eagle fan here. I will take a win every day of the week, twice on Sunday. But hear me out. The offense display in the second half of this game is outrageously bad. It's one of the most insane things I've ever seen. I've never seen an offense that could be so productive in one half and then can't do anything in the second half. I mean, it's so extreme and ridiculous. I can't help but think it has to be the coaching. It has to be. You're delusional because you think it's going to be easy to go to the Super Bowl when you know damn well the Rams and the Seahawks are standing right in your way. I've never said the word easy. The word easy to get by the Super Bowl has never come out of my mouth. You're just putting words in my mouth. What I said was that it's wide open. The NFC, AFC, both are wide open, and whoever's hot can go. That's all I've said. And they're not going to have to play Seattle, and they're not going to have to play the Rams. They're going to play one of those teams because those teams are going to end up playing each other first. So you're just making stuff up. Wise guy, thank you for super chat, my man. He goes, Philly is your hometown, right? When was the last time you were there? It's been a while. I haven't been there in like 8 years. But yeah, originally from the area. Yeah. But it's been a while. I need to get back because I got a lot of family I need to see. Phil, you will not be either of them, period. Why won't we? I don't understand why we won't. Why won't we beat the Rams? We already beat the Rams this year. We've already done it. It's like, you better hope we don't. But we can beat any team. And any team that is in the playoffs, get hot, they can win. The playoffs are wide open this year. Both conferences, wide open. Everybody's got a chance. I really think that. Facts are all those teams have to beat the Eagles for 60 minutes, and right now nobody can really say anyone can. We are defending champs. Everybody said we were going to lose to Buffalo today. Everybody said we would get our ass kicked by Buffalo, and we won. But because of the second half performance by the offense, we're not allowed to take that as a win. That's what they're saying. Every team looks better than us when they play other teams, but when they go up against us, the defense, they're terrible. Agreed. Yeah, it's so true, right? Big Sil's going to give Mr. Irrelevant the call. You know he is. Eagles were clearly better than Buffalo. They were. Then how do you expect to go to the Super Bowl when you have inferior coaching? They did it last year. I don't think. I mean, do you think their coaching was great last year? It's still the same head coach, essentially still the same offensive coordinator, same guys. You go despite the coaching. To me, they're so talented that they're going in spite of the coaching, except for the defensive side of the ball. Defensive side of the ball, they have good talent and good coaching. But offensively, I think it's like Barry Switzer when he won a Super Bowl with Dallas. He went for a ride. That's what I think. Is Apollo, Nick, and Kevin are saving the best. I mean, a lot of people think that. I don't think so in terms of, like, letting the foot off the gas. I think the Eagles feel like, hey, if we're up 14 points a half and we're winning the turnover battle, as long as we don't do something stupid, the odds say we're going to win the game. And we're going to play those odds and we're going to play it real cautious. That's how I think they think. I just think that's how they think. And it's annoying. But they go to, I think, too much of an extreme sometimes. Or they start doing that too early sometimes. Here's a big run. Mundunga ran right in that guy. He should have had a touchdown. Up to the 47 of San Fran. This is a back and forth game. 17-yard second half is unacceptable. I know, it is. But they've done it. They remember the Buccaneers game was the same thing. No completions in the second half of the Buccaneers game. D. Hart Williams, thank you for Super Chat. 500 Eagles, 2 Super Bowl wins since you've been out west. Yeah. Since I came on YouTube. Since I've been on YouTube. We've been to 3 Super Bowls and won 2 since I've been on YouTube. And people say I'm bad luck. Make Eagles great again. Tanner McKee. I don't think they're going to replace him. Father, you know my name is Judah Smith. It's my actual name. I did not. That's cool. Banging on a blocked extra point is a crazy effing thing. It's crazy. I agree. You should realize we are the defending champs. No, people forget that. Niners jumped offside, free play. Williams, go deep. He's going to go deep now. Touchdown. Jeez. Lovely, what a touchdown pass. He threw a free play to the end zone and he catches it. That's ridiculous. Niners defense stinks too. Did he say, I'm sorry, but penalty defense? Jeez. They're trying to treat Brock. Who is? The Eagles? I like McKee, but he would struggle with this offensive line standard. Oh, he would. But here's the thing. I don't think it would matter. If Tanner McKee was in there and he came, let's say McKee came out and throws 4 touchdown passes, the Eagles are up 21-3 at halftime, right? Or, something like that. Well, he can't, yeah. I mean, let's say he doesn't, right? So it comes out, there's 3 touchdowns, you're up 21-0, it's halftime. They'd come out of that second half and he would look the same. He'd look just like Hurts did second half. Because they would play the same conservative, not going to do anything different. It would be the same thing. The offense would still struggle. I really believe that because I think they're taking the foot off the gas at that time way too early. I'm a diehard Eagle fan, but I can't ignore the offense not scoring a single point in the second half. That game is pathetic. We were really lucky one. They will stop us from repeating. If they pull that shit in the hand, if they pull that shit in the playoffs, they will. They'll lose. I agree. Bears are a team to beat. Bears are tough. Do any of these teams not as good as the Eagles? Both defenses stink. Yep. I know it would be good for the Eagles if the Niners won, but I hope the Niners get beat because I hate the Niners so much. I get that. I mean, I get that totally. Yeah, it is banged up. They got no pass rush either. They don't get to the quarterback, the Niners. They're good against the run though. $500 Pee Wee level football unacceptable. There's no design, no slants, no Dallas got many routes in the middle. What's going on here, man? Why revert back to things that don't work? I don't know. I honestly, I think they're making their decisions on the plays based upon what the chance of a turnover or making a mistake is. Anything that could be possibly cause a turnover, I think they're not going to do it. I really think that's what it is. That's why you see Hurts come out, runs the ball on first down, runs the ball on second down, 3rd and 12, then he throws it. They only do it when they have to. They're too conservative. Do I think offense gets things together? Well, let me ask you, Dudu. Do you think that they had things together in the first half? Do you think the offense had things together in the first half? Because I do. I thought the offense was pretty good in the first half for the most part. I thought they did decent. I think they're purposely taking the foot off the gas when they get a lead. And when they get a lead, and then in football, when you take the foot off the gas and then you try to put it back on, it never works the same way. Momentum's a big deal in football. Here's Purdy comes out, throws, caught up to 42. So I think it's the philosophy that's causing the problems on offense. They get weight. I mean, I could go over it I just look at the results of the games this year. Tampa Bay, you're up 24-6 at halftime. You almost lose that game. Denver Broncos, you're up 14 points with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You go dead, you can't win that game, you lose it. You almost blow the lead to the Minnesota Vikings with a big lead in that game. Then you come into the game versus the Dallas Cowboys, you're up 21-0. You all of a sudden come out of half and you can't move the ball. Then you go, when you play the Chargers, you blow a lead in that game. Then you blow a lead in the Buffalo game. It's like they're doing this to themselves. It's not the team. It's not that they're playing some great team. They're doing it no matter who the team is. I think it's the way. I think it's their philosophy. Here's a reverse. And it's going to get a first down up at the 44. What I love about watching these games is everyone's going to get so hyped about the offense and the big numbers when the type of shit doesn't win playoff games. Neither team can play defense. Agreed. If I were Philly media writer, I would get booted out of NovaCare for asking tough questions like, why are you doing a tush push from your own one? Why do you keep shutting down a second half? Agreed. We need the Niners to win. Teddy. In the playoffs, they won't take that. Well, that's the hope. That's the hope. Purdy, he got hit. Sacked. Jeez, Austin Booker's good. When you have the lead, you have to run the ball, but they can't block. Last year when they lead, the running would work. That's why they can't run the ball. But the other thing is like you watch the way the Buffalo Bills were lining up pre-snap on like first down and 10. You had all the linebackers. You had 9 people in a box. I mean, they're way up there at the line of scrimmage. And they know where you're running, and you run there. Like, there's no auto. And this is where I'm like, why isn't Hurts audible out? Like, you got to let him come out of the play, or you got to run a play action. Like, you got to confuse them. You got to give them a different look or something because it's too obviously to read. The last drive's a perfect example. You come out, you run ball, you lose 4 yards. You run a delayed draw on second down, and you gain 2 yards. Now you're in a 3rd and 12, and Hurts throws one time, goes through Devontae Smith's hands, and now you're punting. And then people say, well, it's all Hurts' fault. It's not. It's the offensive coaching fault. Green Blaze, thank you for Super Chat. Hey, 500, bottom line, Josh Allen won that game for us with some of the dumbest quarterback play I've ever seen in my life. I think that was another dumb. I think the coaching on the Bills was really dumb. Why are you going to – you have that team on the rope. The defense is exhausted. Why are you not kicking the extra point going to overtime? Why would you give that defense an out on one play? And they did it, and they didn't get it. It was stupid. Next week is McKee, and thank you, Green Blaze, for the super chat. I don't know if it's going to be McKee, because I don't think McKee's going to play if the Bears lose. Josh Allen did take a beating. I just watched the condensed game of highlights. Every single drive of second half, it was Hurts having to try to make a play on third and Wall literally everything. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and that's what I think. And I haven't watched it, but I'm glad that you say that because that's what I want to go see. I'm willing to predict that he threw 7 times and that most of those were he has to make a play on third and long or something like that. And he's really in a bad situation. I bet you that's what it was. So I'm glad you said that. Purdy almost threw a pick. You're exactly right, 500. Their philosophy is to play not to lose when they have the lead. I hate it. Yeah, just go through. We should have 2 losses on the year. We should have lost to the Giants. They beat our ass, and I think the Bears beat our ass. Everybody else, we had at one point in games we lost, we had big leads and blew it. I'm trolling. 500 will never blame Hurts. No, I will. If I don't think Hurts does something good, I'll tell you. I mean, I blamed Hurts on that Chargers game, and people said that I hate Hurts now, and I don't. But I didn't think he played good against the Chargers. Wise guy, thank you for the super chat. He goes, thanks for the stream, brother. Good night, crashing out. All right, wise guy, thank you. Thank you for everything you did today, man. Appreciate you. I highly recommend all these internet just go watch the condensed highlights. They'll show every significant play in the tires I have. And Jalen do and make a hero play on third and don't. Yeah, I agree. Everybody should watch it. I'm definitely going to watch it. This game is still tied. What the hell? It's been back and forth. The Niners got the ball and they're running. And McCaffrey's at the 20, so you got a second down coming. Niners about to score again. Why is my clock not running? Hurts is part of the problem, but there are a few things going on that need to change. Poor play calling, bad blocking, poor quarterback. Well, I think you have to, he's a quarterback. Of course, some of it is on him too. It's not all not on him. There's definitely some on him. I just think it's the most baffling thing I've ever seen to see on a weekly basis a team come out in the first half, quarterback throws dimes, making good throws, looks great, and then come out the second half and can't get a completion. I've never seen that before. That's not just happened this game. That happened multiple games this year. We've had things like that. I think that's like that kind of level of insanity. To me, that goes above just the quarterback play. This may be the Eagles' real underdog season. Could be. Any of these teams can win a Super Bowl. I think the only team I don't think the NFC South can win. I think Carolina, Tampa, whoever's in there, I don't think they got a chance. But if you look at every other team, maybe not Green Bay now, they're kind of on their heels, but everybody else could win. I think that's fair. In the AFC, it's even more wide open. I have no feel for the AFC at all. This is the most wide open I've ever seen the playoffs. And that's why I give the Eagles a good chance, because they've got the experience. They've been to the dance. They've gone through the playoffs. I think that makes the Rams the second toughest team. Best shot we had was 3rd and 6 in the third quarter. It's insane to watch after. Was that 3rd and 6? Wasn't that at like the 4-yard line, 5-yard line, something like that? Pluribus is A5S. Yeah. Not a fan. I didn't like it. I didn't like the season finale. All right, Purdy, 2nd and goal down to the 7-yard line. What's crazy is us Eagle fans will admit that when our quarterback bad play instead of being in denial. Doesn't mean we're going to give up on him when he still got us a championship. That carried bullshit. Got to go. I agree. Sub 500. The good news: the Eagles beat the Bills and keep their undefeated streak versus Josh Allen. Bad news: offense still sucks. Yeah, I hear you. If you think it's the quarterback, you're out of touch with reality. Just wait till we don't have Jalen anymore. We go to drought. Just wait till the first. Yeah, I'm with you. Oh my God, Purdy just threw a pick to CJ in the end zone. Flag is down though. CJ picks it off in the end zone, and I agree with you. It ain't the quarterback. Oh, it's on Chicago. Wow. Hands to the face on Chicago. That's going to take an interception off the board. C.J. Gardner-Johnson on the penalty. Come on. That's a weak call. I think that's a weak-ass call. First and goal, Niners. Handoff, McCaffrey. Going to get tackled at the line of scrimmage. We want the Niners to win. Yeah, we want the Niners to win. Just this 1 week. Next week we could go against them again. Oh, Washington's going to play very dirty. And they're going to be all up fake outrage from the 2-point conversion. Chicago's only had the ball for 5 minutes. 2nd and goal. The Niners have had the ball for most of the half. The Bears have had the ball for, they said, 5 minutes and 47 seconds in the half. And it's 21-21. Our offense is terrible. And I had a crazy dream the other day. It was the morning of an Eagles-Steelers Super Bowl. Then aliens invaded Earth and the game was canceled. That's probably what would happen. You know? Yes, definitely some matrimonial duties tonight. Laughing my ass off. You haven't even seen McKee play when it matters, but you think he's better. Yeah, I mean, people are just assuming that, you know? I thought you said me. I said, no, I agree with you. Dude. 2nd and goal. Every time I see the word moron, I assume it's for me because I'm so used to being called it on my daily life. Purdy keeps it, touchdown. Yeah. That's my 49ers dance. It's as much as I could do. Second rushing touchdown for Purdy. Caleb is better than Hurts. I think Caleb is I think he's got a bigger arm, but can I say he's better? How? He hasn't won anything. Caleb Williams has not won anything yet. We have no idea how he's going to be in the playoffs. There's a lot of quarterbacks that we don't know how they're going to perform in the playoffs. Hey, Silly 500, I'm okay if the Bears win tonight because that would mean we host the Niners in the wild card. Then we go revenge the Bears. Then we host the Rams before revenge the Broncos. Yeah, I mean, it could work out that way. It could definitely work out that way. But, I mean, I would rather play 2 home playoff games. If you're the 2 seed, you're not playing the Rams. So, I would rather get the extra playoff game at home. You know, if you could tell me that the first 2 weeks in the playoffs you get to play at home, it's huge. And then let's say Seattle's the number 1 seed, right? And let's say the Eagles are the 2 seed, the Bears are the 3 seed. Let's say the Rams upset the 4 seed. Let's say they play them, and then the Eagles have to play. And they win, the Bears win, and the Eagles are the 2nd seed, and Eagles are the 2nd seed, Bears are the 3rd seed, Seattle's the 1 seed, and then the Rams come out of the first round beating Carolina. Well, the Rams got to go play Seattle, and the Eagles play at home against the Bears. Bears ain't going to Philly twice and winning. So now you're talking about a Rams-Eagles NFC Championship game in Philly. I'll take that any day of the week. Eagles can't beat the Bears, the Rams, the 49ers, Seahawks. Eagles will have to play all away games and won't. How do you know they'll have to play all away? The Rams game won't be away. Only one of those games would be away. If in the NFC South, if the Eagles play the Rams, 49ers, and Seahawks, let's say they got to play all 3 of those teams. Only one of those games would be away. You only have 1 division winner out of the NFC South or NFC West. So the Rams will have to go to Philly. The Niners would have to go to Philly. They'll beat both those teams in Philly. Can they beat the Bears? I think so. Yeah, I think they beat the 49ers. I think they beat all of them, to be honest with you. But they would only have to play 1 of those games at home. Remember, 2 of those teams, the Rams, Niners, most likely are wild card teams. That means they have to go to Philly. Right, only the conference championship game could be away. So, yeah, I'll take it. Only 22% of people picked us to beat the Bills. I'll take the chance. Jalen going to run us a victory and his watermelon breaking time. I think if the Eagles, they just play aggressive and don't take their foot off the gas after that first half, They'll win. If the Eagles played aggressive, even in that third quarter, game would have over. Don't want to play Seattle. We're like 3 out of. Well, yeah. The problem with Seattle is you got to go to Seattle. That's why you want the Rams to play them first. Chicago is this year's Washington. I don't believe the Bears are beating Eagles twice in 1 year. Okay? Whether it's in Chicago or Philly, I don't think the Bears have beat Eagles twice. Very hard to beat the Eagles twice. I don't believe that'll happen. If the Eagles are going to lose in the playoffs, they're going to lose to a team like the Rams. They're going to lose to a team like Seattle. Something like that where they blow something at the end. I don't think they're losing the Bears twice, dude. And you got to remember, a lot of these quarterbacks, this is the first time in the playoffs. Caleb Williams has never played a playoff game. Different type of game. It's a completely different game. At least Purdy has played it in playoffs. Stafford's played in playoffs. Darnold stunk in the playoffs last year. You don't know how those guys are going to react. I think the RPO comes back in the playoffs too. I agree. The problem is will the conservative play follow us? There's a handoff to Swift that gets to the 31. Did the Rams lose to Seattle twice? No, I think they split. They split, stoners. Rams won the first time. Darnold threw like 4 picks that game. And then they choked the second game away. They should have won that game. Yes, definitely check that out. Teams with no defense always lose. Yeah, the teams always lose are the teams that have no defense and turn the ball over. Most of the time when you see a quarterback throw 40 times in a playoff game, he's lost. It's just the way it goes. To me, what the Eagles got to do is the Eagles just got to stay aggressive. You know, you can't be Jekyll and Hyde like that. Like you go from one extent. The first half offense was good. It wasn't bad. Second half was like a different team. You can't go to that kind of extreme in the playoffs. That's what they got to avoid. That's the thing. If the Eagles could avoid that, they'll go back to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I don't believe in Darnold either. Glad Eagles will not play Bucks in playoffs the wild card round. Yeah, they won't. Best part is that officially not 2023. The defense is elite. I don't think the offense is bad. Just hiding potential, like skirt hiding a dump truck. It's crazy, right? Yeah, I agree. I agree. Holy shit, some of you don't get it. If the Bears lose today, we will play our starters next week. Right. If the Bears win today, we might as well rest our starters next week if the two is exactly. Exactly. If the Bears win tonight, the Eagles play everybody next week. If the Bears lose tonight, we play everybody next week. If the Bears win tonight, we sit everybody next week. And the difference is that a second seed and a third seed. A second seed means you play one more home playoff game. You're guaranteed 2 home playoff games. A third seed's only guaranteed 1. Yeah, Steelers choked today. And now that game's for what? The division, right? Next week. That's gonna be a good game. J-Cap, thank you for the super chat, my man. Appreciate you. There's a handoff Swift. Going to get 3. And you got a second down Bears. If the Bears win tonight, I hope the Eagles start Kendall at center next week to see how he's progressing. If he plays well, then I think it gives you an option with Jurgens still. So I agree. Dude, Jurgens just been bad. I'm confused. Do we need the Bears? We need the Bears. If you want the second seed, you want the Bears to lose. The only thing that could affect this at this point is if the Bears lose or win. You want the Bears to lose this week and next week, and the Eagles will win next week, and the Eagles will be the 2 seed. So we want the Bears to lose. Unless you're okay being a 3 seed and you don't want to play nobody next week. I want to be the 2 seed. J-Cat, thank you for Super Chat, my man. He goes, I like to remind everyone that Dallas sucks. They do. They do. They just stink.
Dallas still stinks.
Dallas has got that couch going. Caleb getting blitzed. Going to throw it away. 4th down. Minute 15 left, too. You got a chance here. Get more points. And the Bears play the Lions next week, which if the Lions are as prideful as I think they will want to win. Yeah, I think you're right. I think the Lions are going to beat the Bears. I think if the Niners could pull this out tonight, nice play by the Bears on the punt. I think we got a chance. Ryan says 500. I'm not trying to sound negative, but it pisses me off with play calling. All the talent weapons we have on offense been wasted and ruined. Vic is doing everything he can for us. We can't do shit. No, I don't disagree. I don't think anybody disagrees. I mean, I think we're all frustrated with the offensive coaching. I think we're all frustrated by it. And unfortunately, I just don't think there's anything we can do until the off season. And then we got to make major changes. But, the only thing we can hope is that they stay a little more aggressive in the playoffs. Have you seen Nick's press conference for this guy ever take account? No, I didn't see it. He talks about accountability all the time, but he's not accountable for fixing the mistakes. Eagles still ain't going nowhere. I mean, we'll find out. We're going to find out. Richie says, 500, what do you think we will see on the Eagles-Bills all 22? I think what you're going to see is especially in the second half, I think you're going to see very simple, simplistic, conservative play calling. I think you're going to see the Bills knowing what's coming, and you're going to see the Eagles playing things really, really vanilla and really light to try to not turn over the ball. And basically, you're going to see them completely change what they did and how they attacked in the first half. That's what I think you'll see on the All-22. I think you're going to see a lot of first down run, loss of yards, second down run, loss of yards, third and long hurts incompletion, or he's running for his life and he has to throw it away. I think everything's going to be conservative and bland, and it's going to look like a high schooler offense. That's what I think you're going to see. And then you'll get people, and they'll take the 1 or 2 plays. Maybe Hurts should have seen a guy here or seen there and missed something, and they're going to blame him for the whole entire offense, and it's just not going to be fair. Brandon, thank you for the super chat. For how the offense been this year, it's going to end up biting them in the ass of the playoffs. Hopefully not less saving their offense for the playoffs. What do you think? Here's a little something for you. Thank you for the content. Thank you, Brandon, for the super chat, man. It's very, very generous super chat, man. I really, really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, I do worry it bites us in the ass. I do. And what I hope is I just hope that there's a little more, like, little more desire to have that killer instinct. Because I do think they're going to be winning games. I do think they're going to have decent leads. And the question is going to be, can they put teams away? And I think that's going to be what it is. I think if the Eagles lose in the playoffs, I think it's going to be a game in which they were up big at one point and then blew the lead. I don't think it's going to be a game where it's real close at the end. I think it's going to be something where they do themselves. Because really only twice this year did I think they got outplayed on the field the whole game. Other than that, they gave every lead up that we had. And that's what I think that would happen again. Who called off the tush for? I don't know. I mean, which play? Hey, 500. So many division deciding games next week. I'm interested. Interesting rig. No ideas. We got Baltimore Steelers, then Carolina, Tampa, then Seattle 49. Yeah, I know. We got a lot of crazy stuff next week. That's the way the league likes it. They thought that we were going to get that with us. It'll be interesting to watch. How is it going to play out? I have no idea. How are we going to do? $52 seconds left. Let me get this clock caught up. All right, let's see what Purdy does here. 3rd and 2 at the 18. Purdy back to pass, looking, dumps it off to tight end. 1st down. Hurry up. You got one timeout left. You got to hurry. Come on, you got time. There you go. You don't have to spike it. Throw it. Over the middle now. Now you got to hurry up. I wouldn't spike it. Call play. Purdy back to pass. Looking. Going to dump it off. Damn it. Here's McCaffrey 1st down. You got to use a timeout. Damn it. Congratulations, Penn State. It's over as my main intro. Defense wins championships. Does. If AJ had PI call, it would have been 29. Agreed. Jackson's got to go 500. He's the weakest link. Weakest links? I tell you what, I think Jurgens a weak link. I think Jurgens. I don't know how he made the Pro Bowl. Purdy looking better than Jalen? Yeah, would you say that after the first pick 6? There's a handoff, McCaffrey, big run, but he's got no time. That's it. You don't have enough time to spike it. That's the half. We go to the half. 28-21. Time of possession has been dominated by the Niners, but they threw the pick 6 on the first play of the game. That hurt them, and we got a game. The Chicago hangs in these guys. These kind of games Chicago wins. Dory Jackson tackles with he's not that good. He's been better, but he's still not that good. You know, I think the offensive line is the problem. All you gotta do is hit Purdy on the funny one, right? I think it is, Gustavo. Come on, Dre, we need you. Dude threw a pick of 6 on the first play of the game. They're talking about him looking better. You can't make shit up. Yeah. I mean, look, if you go back to that first half of the Eagles game, I'm sorry. It's just like Hurts had a good half. Barkley had a good half. Offense was decent half. We should have had more points. But then you come out in the second half and you can't do anything. It makes no sense to me. Noodle arm Purdy, referencing how damn arm in playoffs. Purdy, yeah. I can't believe the O-line is this bad. I think they're throwing off how we see the offense run. Oh, it does. I think last year the running game was so good and the offensive line was so dominant that you could get conservative like this, but they could still get chunks of yards. And it's just not working this year with that line. They're just not that good. I think it starts with Juergens. I don't think Juergens has been good. I think maybe he's still hurt. And then I don't think Steen is that good. I think I would significantly try to upgrade my right guard spot this all season. Like I would consider really early a right guard. If there's a good right guard late first round, I might draft him in the first. Because I think you need another guard. Yeah, again, go watch a Cadets highlight. Couple of throws Jalen made on third downs are insane. The first half. Yeah, I agree. I tend to agree. I mean, I have to go rewatch it, but that's kind of what I remember seeing. You see how the offense is run by both these teams better than ours? Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, Becton could come back. They're saying that he's probably going to be out in L.A., so it could be. It's definitely an option, yeah. I think the Eagles need to draft 2 offensive line early in the draft. They need this there. Yeah, I hear you. And listen, also, getting back Lane Johnson's going to be a big help. It's going to make a big difference. And we're going to get Lane back. Hopefully he's healthy, but he's also fresh because he hasn't had the wear and tear of, the last 5-6 weeks. So maybe we'll get a really good, really fresh Lane Johnson back. And I think that would be key. I mean, look at this. Look at Jalen Carter today. What a difference. What a difference he looked today. It amazes me they waited so long to have that surgery. Should have done it in September if that was bothering him then. He looked great. Every time we let Nick pick his own offensive coordinator, yeah, it's bad. I agree. Offense is too stagnant. The offense moved the ball. They did okay in the first half. But in the second half, I can't explain it. I've never seen anything like that where you have such an extreme, 2 opposite extremes. It's crazy. Never seen that before. Do we beat the Chiefs, the Lions, the Rams, the Packers, the Bills, the Cowboys, the Bucks, all in one season? We got to stop bitching at some point. I agree. I don't look at it like. I just think that if we tweak a couple things, I think we're going back to the Super Bowl. I think we're going back to the Super Bowl anyways, but we will see. We only beat the Bills because Allen was injured. Allen was hurt last week too, right? I don't buy that. I don't buy that. If I was a photo of Mark collapsing in the bed, it's perfect depiction of how it is. It really is. But why do they let Nick do what he wants when it comes to Peterson? They said no. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they did like 2 years ago until they won a Super Bowl. I feel like that's what I think they gave him that because he wanted Patullo. But yeah, I don't like it. I do think the Eagles are going to make that change. I think that they will significantly change the coaching staff this year offensively. It's just one of those things that you can't do until the all season. Philly, if we put 28 points up a game, we're not losing with our defense. I'm so tired of Patullo thinking his foot off the pedal and thinking we have won the game when we go up 10 points. I agree. I mean, and if we talk about halftime, go back and watch my stream. As soon as halftime hit, that's the first thing we talked about. Do not take your foot off the gas. And they did it. LP, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Philly, the wins come from building the line of scrimmage and outward. Yeah, we need to invest in our offensive defensive line. Eggnog time, yo. LP, thank you so much for the super chat. I agree. It does, and that's why I really would consider like a right guard in the draft or something like that. Like you got to replenish this offensive line. I still think you need possibly another edge rusher. I don't know what's going to happen with Jalen Phillips. I think Jalix Hunt is starting to become a player, though. Jalix Hunt is developing into a good player. And thank you for that super chat. Ravego says, Philly, I had a dream that the Eagles traded A.J. Brown to the Patriots for 2 first-round picks. Then the Eagles traded a first and a second-round pick for Justin Jefferson. That's a crazy dream. I mean, I don't think they could get 2 first-round picks for him, but that's a crazy dream. No doubt about it. That's crazy. I mean, everybody picked the Bills to beat us for the most part. I even Polymarket had them with a pretty good advantage. I took the Eagles. Yeah, I like Jalix Hunt too. What up, father? Everybody is on Mark Holmes' stream. Mark Holmes streams are losers. Yeah, what are they bitching about? We're waiting for the playoffs to open up this offense. We played super conservative second half because of the weather and to stay healthy. I mean, that's dangerous if that's what they're doing. I don't think they're holding that far back. I mean, I do think certain things they will hold back, but I don't think they went that conservative because they're holding back till the playoffs. I just think that's Nick's philosophy. He plays the numbers. Well, if you win a turnover battle, you win this much percentage of time. If you're winning the turnover battle and you're up 13-0. Well, I'll take those odds. And then he gets over conservative. Shakir was open on that play. And you're welcome, Patriots. We helped you clinch your division. I also just want the Bears to lose so Smitty plays next week again. That's a good reason why. I think they're going to lose. I do. I think the Bears are going to lose. I want that 2 seed, man. I want that 2 seed. LB said Cancun was made for Dak. Yeah, I think Dak's got his own casino there. Yeah, it was very frustrating. Have to stop the run against the Niners. Their whole offense comes to the run. Well, yeah, not only the run, I think their passing game too. Doesn't McCaffrey lead them in catches? That's another thing I would love to see the Eagles do more of. I don't know why they don't use the running back more in the passing game. Thank you, defense. You know when you saw the Eagles get conservative right before the half. Remember, it was 3rd and 15, and it was I don't know. It was at the end of the half, and it was 10-0, and they run a tight end screen that they know there's no chance he's fast enough to get into the end zone. But they run a screen and settle for 3. At that point, that's the way they started coaching the game. They'll play for the points. They're going to play conservative the rest of the game, and they did. And it started on that play. So that's the scariest part, though, is we only won because Allen choked. He was open for 2-point. Allen just made a bad throw. We got well. I think that we were so tired. And he did. He didn't get it. That's true. However, if the Eagles just kept their foot on the gas and didn't get so conservative at halftime, it never would have came to that game because the Eagles would have been up 24-0, 27-0. They were kicking that team's ass all over the field in the first half on both sides of the ball. And then they took their foot off the gas. And then the defense gets tired. We've seen this song and dance with them over and over and over and over again. You know? So, I mean, there's just multiple ways that you could look at it. The truth is that I don't know what the Bills were thinking going for 2. I thought it was stupid. Yeah, 17 yards. And we did the same exact thing versus Tampa, up 24-6 at halftime. Come out and Hurts doesn't throw a completion the rest of the game. And he was 15 to 17 in the first half versus the Bucs. 15 to 17 was balling out, doesn't throw a completion the rest of the game. How can that happen? Oh, thank you. You know, it's craziness. Yeah. So a serious question. How do you feel about us not scoring points in the second half and only had 17 yards in the second half? Seriously, I think it's insane. It's infuriating to me. And it's frustrating to me. But what I think is it's all self-inflicted. I don't think it's because your quarterback's not good or your running back's not good, even your O-line. I think it's self-inflicted with the coaching. That's what pisses me off about it. Tell KP to watch college teams and learn. I know, right? How is the MVP better Hurts? He should have moved. The play stinks. Yeah. So once the team makes a second half adjustment, Eagles can't make more adjustments to counter. No, it always takes them a while. It always takes them a while. If you watch that, usually teams adjust in the second quarter. And then the Eagles take about 2 quarters to make an adjustment to that adjustment. And then if they've got a lead, and then the team makes an adjustment and they got a lead, it's like they completely ignore what the team's doing to adjust, and they just play their conservative style and they don't care. That's how they play. It's infuriating. However, I think it's totally fixable on some level. I swear, I almost feel more comfortable if a game's 10-10 at halftime. Seriously, if the Eagles were up 13-10 or 10-10, I feel more comfortable than when they're up big. Because every time they're up big, they give up the lead. We went over all the games that they blew leads this year. The only 2 games that they get their ass kicked. Everybody else they outplayed. Phil, you know who else played solid besides Carter? Marsha Epps had a really good game. He got burnt on play. Yeah, I thought Marcus Epps played good. He played so good, I'm not calling him Marsha. Yeah. I agree. Phil, I think you need to invest in the Flyers team. I have to watch them. I need to watch the Flyers. Every game has been brutal to watch except against the shitty Raiders. Yeah. 5,500, great super chat. Let's go, Birds. Fly, Eagles fly, and win and take it. Go Birds. But they got to be better. They got to be better. I agree. You got to be better on offense. And I think I read this one. LP, thank you so much. It is no time. All right, we're back. Second half started. Bears come out throwing, and they're going to get a first down. Caleb throws again, caught up to 48. Here's the other thing. And I keep saying this. The Bears have just thrown twice, and they're past midfield. They're already past midfield. They've thrown twice. The Eagles' starting position is horrible. When you start constantly inside your 20, then you have to go double the field that most teams are going every week. All right, these offenses, they go 2 first downs and they're at field goal range. They just Bears ran a third play and they're already near field goal range. The Eagles have to run 3-4 first downs to get to midfield. Our field position, our starting field position is always pinning us back on offense. Always. Always. It kills us. And I don't think people make enough of that. There's a handoff, nowhere to go there. A lost yard. What up, 500? Is our offense going to get better at all? Because if not, we're going to be a first-round elimination. I hate to say it, but that's the way it seems. Well, I think it's not a matter of getting better. Like, I don't know how much better it's going to get, but they can be like less conservative, less the extreme in the second half. I think they could be more like the first half, which to me will work. Call me crazy, but the defensive line is better without Jalen Carter. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you can watch today's game and think that they're better without Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter is the reason why we won today. Jalen Carter was freaking awesome today. I don't agree with that at all. Williams back to pass, looks, throws, caught, first down. Most of it is, I think. Like I said, Lamau, call me crazy. I don't. I'm not gonna call you crazy, but I don't agree. Because the Eagles' receiving team is terrible. As soon as the returner catches the ball, defenders are. I know every week it's crazy. Caleb, first and 10, bootlegs, throws, caught down to the 3-yard line. Bears going right down. That is crazy to say defense better without Carter. Some defense ridiculous. Yeah, I don't think I won't call anybody crazy, but Philly, I think whoever wins the NFC will win the Super Bowl. 49ers, Rams, us all have to go to the Super Bowl recently. The NFC has teams with defenses. Besides the Broncos, there is a good. Oh, I agree. I think the Super Bowl winner's coming out of the NFC too. Niners got way too many guys, but the Bears let him off the hook. They hand it off, and he's going to get tackled. Maybe a gain of a yard. 2nd and goal. Bears and Niners have horrible defense. What the hell is that? Both running field each other. Yep. If I went realistically, would one more field goal would have made you feel a little better in the fourth quarter? I mean, you can't ask for a better finish against a top-tier team with arguably the best quarter. I think not even that. I just think if you would have been more consistent with your play calling the second half, if you would have treated the second half like the first half, would have been fine. Williams incomplete in the end zone. One of DJ Moore incomplete, 3rd down. Playoff seeding is pretty much Seattle 1, Bears 2, Eagles 3, Carolina 4, and that's kind of where we are now. And then there's a fight. I think the Packers are 7, Rams are 6, and the Niners are 5th. There's a handoff, Swift around the edge. He's going to get in. Touchdown. Wow. They go right down and score. Drafted free agency needs to be heavy on offensive line. We need actual returners to better field position. Defense will be fine. Maybe a defensive end, cornerback opposite Q, but mainly. I agree. Yeah, I agree with that. Wade. F. Hammond, thank you for the super chat. Do you like defensive battles more than shootouts? I kind of do, yeah. Yeah, especially if it's in cold weather outside. Yeah, I kind of do. I enjoy those much more. 500, I'm not going to lie. Patriots might offer a lot for Brown in the offseason. We'll see what happens. I want to keep him. Well, yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what they offer. Bills must have been holding on Davis all game because he was not existent today on big plays. I'm trying to think. I mean, there's a few plays against the run he made, but he was kind of quiet. Carter was just a beast, though. Could easily see Patriots? Possible. Like I said, I don't know what to make of the AFC. I think the AFC's wide open, and I can't get a good feel for it. I just think if you're Buffalo, you better do it this year. This is the year you got to do it. No, I never saw the replay. They never showed it. Think Darnold may get his due. Darnold's going to have to show me he can win in the playoffs. Hey, Bite of Life, thank you for the super chat, my man. Appreciate it. The negativity of many of these fans is killing me. Obviously, our offense got to figure out the F out, but this defense is elite. Stop the one-and-done talk. We will get it right. I agree. There's no way they're going one and done. I don't believe we're one and done. I think we're at the very least NFC Championship game. I think we're going to win the whole thing again, but at the very least, NFC Championship game. I think a lot of them are trolls that just want. I think there's a lot of Cowboy fans and other team fans. They just like to say that to us, but we don't believe that. This might be a 45-37 type game. Yeah, I gotta tell you, I like to me, if it's cold weather and this is like a 6-3 game right now, I love that. Like you look at like the Eagles Green Bay game, the Detroit Eagles game. Like to me, people were like, these are boring. To me, that is great football. Like I love those games. Lane I think Lane said 2 more years, right? Didn't he say 2 more years? I'm an Eagle fan. People can't recognize me because I aged 20 years. I know, dude. I know. I feel you. Phil, you're delusional. Eagles offensive hurt suck. They won't get past the wild card. All right. Well, you'll know where to find me, right? If I'm wrong, you come here and say, hey, Philly, I'm here to eat crow. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I think you'll win a wild card, and then you're going to say, or people will say, oh, well, you beat this team. You only beat the Niners. They didn't play anybody. Or, whoever it is. It'll always be something. Have to go lineman in the first, second round. Maybe another corner first. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. There's Purdy. Looks, throws, caught. Here you go. Perfect example. One play, and they're on the Chicago Bears side of the field. The 49ers just got the ball back, and they ran one play, and they're in field goal range or close to it. Now you tell me how an offense that consistently has to get 4 or 5 first downs just to get to midfield, how do you expect that offense to sustain it to the level that these teams do when they only have to get 3 plays to get in a field goal range? I think it's unfair. I think the starting position of the Eagles, I think it kills them. I think it absolutely kills that offense. It's terrible. It's underrated reason why they struggle. You know, when you have to get 4 first downs just to get to midfield, chances are the more plays you run, you're going to eventually get a holding call or something like that. This is the 3rd play the Niners ran. They're at the 30-yard line in Chicago. Brandon Matt was carrying with us those punts were spectacular today. They were. And you look at where we start. At the 10, the 12, the 8, the 7, the 12. Maybe if we're lucky, we get to the 20. Dude, I said this about the starting field position since the very beginning. When we have returners dropping kickoffs, our starting field position has to be the worst of all. It's got to be. I would love to know what it is compared to other teams because I swear I think we have the worst starting field position every week. It's insane. I mean, Bears got a guy down. It felt like every possession for the Eagles was inside the 20, inside the 15. And it felt like Buffalo, they started around the 20, 25 in the first half. Felt like in the second half, every starting position for them was like their own 40. I think it makes a big difference. I say he's a new rate. Oh, yeah. I mean, man was excellent. Yeah, our defense looking good. It's the offense that worries me, but if we get good field position from turnovers and returns, we were within every game. We are. I mean, look at our red zone offense. It's really good. Like, we've got one of the best red zone offenses in the league. But when you're starting at your 10-yard line every single possession, it's going to hurt you. To me, the offense itself doesn't scare me. To me, the game plan on offense in the second half especially is what scares me. There's a high-scoring affair, 28-28 third quarter. Chicago serves 2 great offenses, a lot of time left. Absolutely. I think Shipley is a problem too. I agree. Do I like cheesecake? Yeah, I guess. I have no problem with it. It's not like my favorite thing in the world, but yeah, it's all right, I guess. I like simple cheesecake though, like nothing fancy. So I felt like we were getting play snaps off a little better today, though we were still snapping it last second. Like could have been more, maybe. I didn't notice it as time as bad. Yeah, I mean, we were getting the ball out late as usual. Also, it's the defense making stops. Why bad field positioning? Yeah, I don't know. It's just the starting field position is never good for us. Noah Sewell is down and carted off by the Bears. Second and 2. Hand off McCaffrey. McCaffrey's still on his feet. And he's down at the 17-yard line. We need to stop running on first down. The entire series gets nuked because negative 2-3 yards. Shake my. Well, yeah, and because they know you're doing it, especially in the second half. And the Eagles don't care. They do it anyways. You never gave up game well. What about the kid that Seattle got from New Orleans? What is it, Sneed, whatever his name is? That kid's a great returner. How did we not go after that kid? We're in desperate need of a return game. Here's Purdy, looks, throws, caught, flag down, and it's tackled at the 12-yard line. Would you think having DeJean doing punt and kick returns to the playoffs? I would consider it. Yeah. So if we had a competent cornerback too, we honestly could have one of the best defenses ever. They should be a priority as well. Offensive line, tight end, safety. Since we only have Makuba between. Yeah, I think we should. Yeah. Rashid, yeah. Seattle went and got him from New Orleans. Man, that's exactly what we could have used. Yeah, I wish the kickoffs would go back how it used to be too. Eagle fans always think they can pick up anyone. I don't know. It wasn't like it was like Joe Montana you're trained for. So would you rather have a better field position or some of those no calls the refs overlook? I probably want better field position. Yeah. I hate when they mention Penny Sewell as an all-pro. It's an absolute joke. That bum has never had a better year than Lane besides this year, maybe. And they never give Lane the credit he deserves. 2nd and 5 at the 12. Purdy looks, throws, a little screen. And you're going to get a first down at the 7-yard line. Wow, where did they spot it? 500, Lurie basically issued a warning to Nick and Petula when he said a couple of weeks ago they had no doubt the offense would be fixed. So if it isn't, Lurie isn't going to put up with it. Yeah, I think the Eagles are going to make major changes on offense. Oh, that was Latu did that. Yeah, Latu was the one that got his foot caught. He didn't even have to touch the ball. Why he touched the ball, I don't know. First and goal. Purdy, play action. Look, you got your fullback. He had him. He waited too long. Purdy's still on his feet. Now he makes a move. Throws. Touchdown. Wow. Touchdown. Purdy is dancing. Wow. This game's crazy, man. Nick loves thinking he is fooling the league into thinking we are bad. It's on purpose. They never give any Eagles any credit they deserve. I mean, Jesus, after we won a Super Bowl, they tried to make everybody forget like the next day. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. It is so true. 35-28. Crazy. Yeah, I was wondering if he passed the line of scrimmage too, but I guess he didn't. And I wish we looked like this. You mean offensively, not defensively, but offensively. Prop a Dave or Super Chat. Can my defense get one stop? Purdy balling. Yeah, I mean, both defenses have struggled. Sad to see what a competent offense looks like. We need major shakeup in the offseason. with the coaching staff on offense. Defense wins championships. Agreed. You're not going to see this kind of game in the playoffs. This game's actually annoying because the defenses are so bad. No stops. Agreed. We could win 4 Super Bowls in a row, and people would still bitch that we didn't win it the correct way. I know. But how do you feel about the Bills holding Slay hostage so he doesn't come home? Yeah, I thought it was low class. I thought it was really low class by the Bills. Because apparently everybody knew that Slay was getting waived. He's only playing 5 more games, and then he's retiring. And nobody was going to pick him up. They knew he was going to Philly. And then the Buffalo decided to intervene. And I think they did that, thinking he's going to come and spill his guts, just trying to bust our balls. So, I thought it was classless that they're holding him hostage. Here's a guy that's going to literally retire at the end of the year. He was going to play 4 more games, 5 more games at the time. And it was over. And then they expect him to come there. I mean, it was ridiculous. So, I mean, I'm glad they lost. They get what they deserve. 5 parts. Thank you for Super Chat. He goes, do you think our defense can win back-to-back? Yes. I do. And the reason I think that is because I think it's wide open. I don't think there's any real elite teams. I think that they have a chance. And I think if you have good defense and you're not turning the ball over, I think you got a chance to win it all. Korma, thank you for Super Chat, my man. He goes, every team can score points until they play the Eagles. Yeah, that's about right. If we could just be a little more aggressive, stay a little more aggressive on offense, I think we win the whole thing. You have zero confidence, Jake Elliott. Well, I can understand that, but at least he played well today, I mean, Jake hit those field goals. Jake hit what he had to hit today. Because if he misses anything, we lose. Philly, although this offense sucked, this win is impressive because Bills were 26-2 going into today's game. Wow. 26-2? Huh. How could they... you mean like at home or something? I mean, it is impressive. It's impressive to me that they beat teams like the Buffalo Bills playing one half of football. That's what's crazy to me. But if we had Kyle Shanahan, we might. We also may choke in the Super Bowl. Shanahan, I mean, dude, how come his team's always choking? Played 2.5 quarters of football and we win it seems like it, don't it? It's crazy. Here's Williams back to pass, no pressure, throws underneath the Swift, first down and then some. Probably the Niners do not get pressure on a quarterback. Do you think the Lions would even play their starters next week? Oh yeah, I think the Lions will play their starters. I think they're going to play pretty hard, and they're going to play with a lot of pride. And I think they're going to try to beat the Bears. Unfortunately, the Dallas Cowboys put the most points. Well, the Eagles were. I mean, that was the same problem like today. Your defense plays great first half, and then you just go to sleep offensively, and you leave your defense out there hanging. That defense versus Dallas was exhausted. They were exhausted because the offense couldn't do anything in the second half. They couldn't run the ball. Williams looks, throws. No call. Third down. Come on, D. Let's go. We need good defense here. They were 6 and in home games. Yeah, I don't know what 26-2 means. Third and 8 at the 37. Bears back to passes Williams. Again, puts up the middle. Then he's going to roll out to his left. Looks, throws. Caught. First down. At the 36, but a flag is down. Let's see if it's a hold. Offside, San Francisco. Declined. Hate to say it, but Detroit's shutting it down for the season, even if Niners win the way they did. Why do you think they're shutting it down? I don't think they're going to shut it down. I mean, we've heard nothing about that. I think that coach has got too much pride to shut it down. I don't think he's shutting it down. I think they're going to go play pressure-free football. There's a handoff for first down, nothing there. Yeah, Huff is there. Defense allowed 0 points to 3.5 quarters, like the Raiders game again. D has probably the most shutouts quarters this year. Yeah, they did. They look good. They just got tired. They just got tired in the fourth quarter. 49ers, I mean, the Bills came in, they started running, and they just kept that defense, got them tired out, which is why I don't know why they didn't go to overtime. There's Williams, throws again, close to first down. Yeah, I don't think Campbell would either. What is he, 47? I want to say 47. No, I do not. No way. Third and 1. There's a handoff, Swift. Oh, he's short. Flag down, but it looks like he's short. Holding offense. Replay third down. Those penalties kill you. Our defense is best in the league, but I would rather play a tight game where we have to score within a lead seems to blow. I agree. I'd rather be tied 10-10 at halftime than up 20-0. Because the way that they take the foot off the gas. I totally feel the same way. I know as crazy as that sounds, I feel more comfortable. It's crazy. There's Williams going to run, going to keep it. He's going to get well short of a third down. It's going to be fourth down. You're going to kick the field goal or you're going to go for it? Think how many games we kept teams from scoring for multiple quarters. Green Bay, Detroit, Dallas, Los Angeles, Kansas City, Buffalo, Vegas, Giants, a lot. A lot, yeah. They're going for it. Yeah, they're going for it. Here we go. Come on, 49ers. Step up right now. Facts. I'd rather be loser. It's true. It's crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but I don't feel comfortable with big lead. I just don't. Williams back to pass, looks, throws. Caught, first down. Loveland. I like Loveland. First down, end of the third quarter. I don't know. See, like, as frustrated as we get with offense, this game, it frustrates the hell out of me if I was if this was one of my teams. Watching your offense, your defense not be able to stop a team, and that your hope is going to come down to if you get the ball last, sucks. I hate that. These teams got no defense. If the Eagles offense can just be okay, they'll destroy it. Agreed. $500. I just want to say thank you for doing what you do. I haven't listened to an actual NFL game on TV since you started streaming years ago. TV on mute. Just listen to you. Salute, bro. Thank you, my man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for listening, man. Thank you so much. These defenses suck like our offense. Yeah. It's true. Yeah, it is. It is better. There's no doubt. My girl from Chicago is from Chicago and is a huge Bear fan. And she would have texted me, and I told her if the Eagles were giving up points like this, who cares what the offense does? I would be pissed. I know. It's crazy. I just defenses like this are not going to last in the playoffs. Man, it's starting to get cold. What the frig is going on? Did you see Nick said about Patullo basically saying that he needs to help him in the second half? No, I didn't see it. I did not see it. Big J, man, thank you for super chat, my man. I appreciate you. 8,500. I have no faith in KP. He ran on first and second down every time. He has no feel. Also, Leon Banks, your hairline. Go see a barber, bro. Oh, man. Oh, Leon Banks, man. You got to go easy on Leon. But thank you, my man. I didn't see Nick say that, but yeah. It's crazy. I'm with you on KP, man. I'm with you 100%. 100%. Niners have run 55 plays so far. Didn't we see the same thing happen last year with Kellen Moore? One half looks great, the next is flat. It has to be Nick gambling on being conservative. Yeah, we saw it, but not to the extreme because the offense was much better at running the ball. So we would get a reprieve with that. But we did see it, yeah. And we saw it a couple of years ago, too. Swift breaks a run. Touchdown, Bears. Swift with the touchdown. Wow. This is crazy, this game. On the 2-point conversion, Allen short-armed that ball because his ball was so tight because our D had him in a blender. Yeah, I mean, he definitely was worried about the pressure. So I'm concerned about this offense in the playoffs, man. He just gives team opposing offenses life. I agree. I think that's the main thing we've got to be concerned about is does this offense do the Jekyll and Hyde thing, in the playoffs? I do worry about it. Like I said, I'd rather be tied 10-10 or up 10-3 or down 13-10 than up 17-0 because they don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to put teams away. This game is crazy. 35-35. See, I don't think these teams beat the Eagles because I don't think you're not gonna score points like this against the Eagles. I know the Bears got us, but we were playing bad football. We ain't playing like that right now. Leon Banks, thank you for super chat, my man. He goes, bro, shout out to the clown who tried to roast me. Bro, I don't need a barber. I get woman being me. I fear no one but God. You a clown, dude. Thank you, Leon. No, you're fine. You don't need a haircut. You know what I mean? You're good. Forte said Eagles will open the 7th seal in the playbook for the playoffs. I hope so. All right, here's the return. And it's going to get all the way to 32. See if the Niners go right back down and score again. Here's Purdy. First throws caught near a first down. Mark the Jake Holidays mods run his chicken wing eating live stream. I know he does that now. You notice he does it. He starts to stream up and then he just leaves and goes for like an hour and comes back. Second and 2. First down, McCaffrey. Flag. Holding 49ers. That's going to kill these teams. One of these teams is going to lose because their offense is going to get too many penalties. These defenses stink. Can you eat on? No, I'll never eat on stream. I will never, ever, ever eat on stream. Never. I wouldn't even do a sponsor ad eating on stream. I won't do it. I think it's gross. March yeah, he should. I think it's gross when people eat on stream. I wouldn't do that to you. Who the hell wants to see me? Second and 12. Purdy gets pressured, escapes, looks, pumps, runs, and gets a couple back. Eggnog. I mean, I'll drink eggnog on stream, but that's it. I swear, Siri, he's so conservative. He's. You're probably right. A little bit of barbecue drippings off the white shirt. Yeah, not me. You're not going to get that from me. Welcome to Derry. How about that? Purdy looks, throws, caught, first down. Up at the Bears' 48-yard line. These defenses cannot stop shit. They cannot stop shit. It's crazy. It's crazy. Purdy back to pass, looks, throws, incomplete. Yeah, these defenses suck. Purdy, a little fella, just got to smack around a bit. Yes, sir. Purdy is 20-27, 237 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Here's a handoff. Robinson going to get a couple. ODM truck repair. What is going on, my man? Because worse, if San Fran got home field advantage, though, I'm okay with. I think the Eagles would beat them. I don't sweat San Francisco home field. I don't sweat them or Seattle. I think we can beat anybody. I really do. My favorite Rocky movies in order: Rocky 2, Rocky 1, Rocky 3, Rocky 4, Rocky Balboa. It would be that order. Purdy back to pass, looks, throws, incomplete. He got hit as he threw. 4th down. Are you going to kick a field goal or go for it? They got pressure on Purdy. They were able to hit him while he threw. They're going to punt. Wow. The Niners are punting. I'm shocked they aren't going for it. This game might swing here. Yeah, it could be. That could come back and haunt the Niners. And it's fair caught at the 10. You got Eagles starting position here. Wow, I'm surprised, man. They stink. They stink. Would a tie here help us? I don't think a tie would help us. No, I don't think it would. We need the Bears to lose twice. So if the Bears tied, no, it wouldn't help us. We need the Bears to lose twice. So the Niners got to figure a way to pull this game out. 35-35, and they punted for the first time. And can they stop the Bears? We'll see. Do I think the Eagles' offense turns around? I don't know. See, the way I look at it is what you're seeing in the second half is a result of the Eagles being up 13-0. Like, if the Eagles were, let's say they were tied at 13, I don't think you would have seen the offense that bad. I think you would have seen the offense what it looked like in the first half. I think they're a product of the play calling and the philosophy of the coach. So I think they're capable of turning it around to a certain extent. Like, you can't fix everything. You're going to need a new offensive coordinator. But I think you could play consistently like you did in the first half for 4 quarters, except when they get a big lead. When they get a big lead, this is what they do. And that's got to stop. I don't know how else to put it, because I don't remember ever seeing a offense in football that was so Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, where it was one extreme to the other in like halves, not week to week, but halves, like from one half to the other. You know, like I was going over and I'll do this for you and anybody that just came in here. I know, forgive me if I said this already, but I just find it fascinating. Week 4, Eagles are up 24-6 halftime. Hurts is 15-17. Doesn't throw a completion. The Eagles hang on, win, but almost lose. The next week they play the Broncos. They're up 14 points with 8 minutes left. The offense gets conservative. They lose. They almost lose they lose a big lead versus Minnesota, but we won. Then they lose a 21-0 lead to Dallas. Then they lose to the Chargers a lead, and then they almost lose tonight to Buffalo. Most of our losses are because we've had big leads and we get too conservative. That's the part that needs to change. I think it can, but will they do that? That's the question. Yeah, a lot of people think Crosby is headed, DeJuan Jones, to the Eagles. And the Bears come right out and throw a first down. First and 10 at the 36. Caleb under center. Play action, rolls out. Got time, looking. Now he's going to keep it. Now he's going to break a tackle and go out of bounds after a couple. Devontae Smith needed to hit the juggling machine this week. Why can't the Bills, Brandon Cooks, make it and Smitty cannot? F's break. I thought they stole that catch from Devontae. I think Devontae did make a contested catch, and they took it away from him. I don't think they should have changed it. Sirianni goes, it ain't working. 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff. Among guy going to get close to a first down, and it's going to be 3rd and short. Yeah, it's timing. It is making it easy on Smitty, but he's been dropping some balls, which he doesn't do. That said, that non-catch was a catch. It was. Yeah, I mean, I have to go back and see, but I don't remember what balls he dropped. But, I mean, I if you guys say so, I'm not going to argue with it, but yeah, it's crazy. 500. The refs helped the Bills stay in the game with 3 or 4 calls that didn't go our way, including a pick on Epps on the final touchdown Buffalo got. I agree. Agreed. All right, another first down for the Bears. It's crazy. The Niners can't stop them. You think the coaches are just waiting for Barkley to start breaking the big runs? That really seems to be the difference from last year. Also, Barkley needs to lose about 5-10 pounds. I agree with you. Barkley, I think, is a little big. I don't think they're waiting for him. I just think that last year the offensive line was better and more dominant, which masked some of these conservative issues. This year we're not getting it. Williams throws to the 19-yard line, caught. Is that Loveland? God, I like their tight end. I got to tell you, though, I do get a little jealous watching the Bears' offense. Like, I love the style. God, I wish we ran off an offense like this. I love the offense, man. It's like attack. It's not afraid to attack. Loveland's something else, dude. This kid is good. It's a hell of a throw. 1st and 10 at the 20. Bears go down score here. It's tough. Penalty. Q had too much hand in the collar for on that pass interference he did. But then there was one play where the guy was pushing him 10 yards downfield and they didn't call offensive pass interference. I'm not impressed with Sirianni, to be honest. I think he's got to be on hot seat if the offense is. I actually agree with you. I think the Eagles aren't a product of they have a great coach. I think the great coach is on a ride with a great talented team. Here's a handoff. Goes for a couple. Can you imagine if we had this style off? I know. I think Jalen Hurts would be great in this style. They would be brutal. The catch. Yeah, that's what I didn't see the replay of it, but that's what some people said that it wasn't. I have to check it again. I'd have to look at it, but yeah, that's crazy. They missed a lot of stuff today. Here's Caleb. Looks, throws, caught at the 20. Even that, the change of catch on Devontae, I thought was, what the hell? Another flag. Here come all the flags now. This is a wild game. They nearly gave me a heart attack. I know, right? Epps was hitting. Epps was good for the most part. Not great against the pass, though. I want a new coach for Christmas, right? New Gen for life. Thank you for the super chat, my man. He goes, so Epps and manufacturer BR safety disaster. Manufacturer? You mean what's his face? Makuba? No, I don't think Epps is going to be here long term. No. Here's Caleb Williams. Looks, throws, caught. Tackled at the 9, so a gain of a yard. Hold him to 3. Mark has the most boring team ever. 4 people talk at the same time about nothing. Thank you, my man. I think that all the people talking at the same time is hard to follow. 6:23 left. 2nd and goal at the 9. Williams, a little shuffle pass. Nice tackle. Nice tackle. 3rd goal coming up. I'm not sure about Sirianni, X and O's, but I really, really like his vibe and the way he talks to the team with the attitude, passion. Plus, he with the finished players. Yeah, I agree with that, Cherry. I'm okay if he's head coach. I just don't think he should have a say in what kind of offense you run. But I agree with that. Third down and goal at the 11. This is a big play. Third and goal. Niners got to step up. Here's Williams back to pass. He's got all day to throw. Now he's going to dump it off. Almost picked off. Oh, almost picked off. God, that almost looked like a pick six coming. Oh, I thought he was going to pick that off. Shit. He had all day to throw. Good coverage. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I might actually see a field goal now. Plenty of time for the Niners to go down the field and win and score a touchdown. Maybe he'll miss it. Miss it. Miss it. Miss it. Miss it. He made it. Damn it. Bears winning. We turned the ball over 5 times on the road to the Chargers and lost in overtime. The defense destroyed Herbert, Goff, Love, Allen, Mayfield. They are good enough to beat anyone. I agree. That format is so lame. Like, those guys should do a post-game show like that, not during a game. Too many voices. It's too hard to follow for me, too. The Bears are for real. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Why are we rooting against the Bears? Because we want the second seed. If the Bears lose the last 2 games and the Eagles win next week, the Eagles get the 2 seed. I want the 2 seed. That's why. Yeah, you might be right, Boris. You might be right. 500, I think most of your fans are too young to remember the bad old days. Talking about firing a coach who won 3 divisions, 1 Super Bowl win, 3 appearances, 5 straight. They don't know. Yeah, a lot of them don't. The younger guys don't know what it was like in the 90s and 80s for us. And even before then. It's true. It makes me angry how our offensive line hasn't been playing until the whistle. They're quitting on plays while the play's still going. It happens a lot this year. It does. And it's weird because, they've got Stoutland, Hall of Fame offensive line coach, right? You know that they all love him, and he's telling them you got to play to the whistle. My feeling is I think that shows you they're hurt. The fact that they haven't tried to address it, I think those guys like Jurgens and Dickerson are playing through injury. I think they're playing hurt, and they can't hold up any longer than they have, which brings to the point. Maybe it was you making it earlier. Somebody was making it that if they're hurt, don't play them. And, it's better off not to play them. And that I kind of agree with. But that's one of the main reasons why I think they're hurt. Because I can't see Stoutland letting that go all year. I think that he has to because they can't. That's the best that they can do. And I also think that's why Mulata has struggled. Because I think he's got to worry a lot more with Dickerson being hurt. No, Jurgens should not have been a Pro Bowler. I agree. Yeah, bro, 80s and 90s were a rough time for our fan base. I don't miss that shit. Me neither. What happened to all the Lion fans, man? They're in Cancun with Dallas. But we need one more. We need one more good day from Detroit. Come on, Niners. Let's go. Run this thing back right now. He only gets to 25. We got over 1,000 people in here, by the way. Hit that like. Make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't. How did the Niners let Bears? They settled. They settled for a punt. They didn't go for it on that 1 4th down, which I think they should have, and they had a punt, and the Bears went down, scored. All right, here we go. 5:11 left. We want the Winers to win just this week. I want Eagles to play Rams first. Well, you might get that. If the Bears win, you might get that. But, well, actually, you won't. Because if the Niners win, if the Niners lose, they're going to drop to the 6th seed. Because they'll assume the Rams win tomorrow. You won't get it. Purdy looks, throws incomplete. C.J. Gardner-Johnson on McCaffrey breaks it up. Nick as coaches team to Super Bowl, 2 NFC Championship division, just won the division back-to-back years. First time, 20. Yeah. Sean McDermott should get roasted in Buffalo Press 500. Do you agree? I agree, of course. I thought it was Dumb and Dumber tonight. I thought it was so stupid going for that tie, going for the 2-point there. Big 3rd and 6 again. Purdy, you gotta deliver right now. 3rd and 6. Purdy getting pressured, looks, throws, caught. First down. Wow. It's Raven McCaffrey. Bears winning the bowl? We'll see. Plus, if the Bears win, we should play the kids so that Washington can't take cheap shots on our starters, which they would probably love to do. I think our backup guys could beat Washington, but I think if 49ers win, the Niners win, you got to play your guys. If the Niners lose, then you sit everybody. Purdy back to pass, looks, throws, caught McCaffrey over the middle for a couple. '49ers can't give the ball back. You're at the point now where you don't give the ball back. Purdy back to pass, looking. Going to dump it off to McCaffrey. He dropped it. The tight end dropped it. He dropped it. Robert Saleh tossed on the sidelines instead of trying to worry about his defense. Oh, got a flag. Wow, hands to the face, the Bears. Who is it? Wow. First down. They do it. How come is it every time you watch a football game, all of a sudden the 4th quarter gets there and the flags fly? I friggin' hate it, dude. It's a penalty, though. Purdy, play action, looks, going to dump it to McCaffrey. McCaffrey going to get first down and then some. And he's going to get tackled out of bounds up to 39. Why don't the Eagles run a screen to the running back? I agree that I don't like the style of our offense or how our coaches are calling plays. But if we were winning games late in the season and poised for a playoff run, I'm done complaining. Just win. I hear you. Rogue, thank you for a super chat. He goes, 850-500. Remember Ray Rose with Ty Detmer as quarterback? Young fans, go watch highlights of that season. Laugh out loud. I'll never forget that season. Yeah. We got our ass kicked by the Niners in the playoffs. Nothing there. TJ Edwards is good, man. If I'm the Niners, I'm not I'm playing for a touchdown here. I need a touchdown. I don't want to kick a field goal and give it back to the Bears. Purdy back to pass. Looking. Throws over the middle. Caught at the 10. 5. Jennings touchdown. Yes. Niners take the lead. Wow. I'll never vote for the Niners again, but tonight, yeah. Phil, remember when McNabb got hurt and Coy Detmer beat the Niners ass on Monday Night Football? Yeah, and then he got hurt, right? He got hurt in that game. We're going to have to get tight end. We're going to have to do something. This is the kind of game Chicago wins, though. Like these close games at the end. Kick is up and good. Only for tonight. Yeah, this game is crazy. That's what you got to worry about. The Bears win a lot of games like this at the end. Close games. So this game is far from over. 500 happy celebrate, touchdown celebrate. Now, if we could go into next week, I just want to go into next week with the opportunity to get the second seed. You know, my hope is this: the schedule hasn't come out, but what I hope is that the Bears play the Lions at 1 and the Eagles play Washington in the afternoon. Like, I want an afternoon game, so that way Washington, before we play Washington, let the Bears play, and then we'll know if we got to play our starters or not. Are we keeping? I don't know if we are or not. Goddard will have another massive playoff year. He's going to get paid next year. Hopefully not too much for the Eagles. Hopefully. This good back and forth game. It is. What movie is this? The guy turned into a monkey? Is that Killer Monkey or something? Killer 8? Eagles out around 1. I can't hear you, Mike, from your couch. What was that? I can't hear you from your couch. The Bears and the Eagles games will be at the same time. Yeah, that's what I don't want, you know? You're probably right, though. But I would have loved if if the Bears played first. Yeah, stop what you're doing. Hit that like button. Hell yeah, we need 1,000 more likes. Yeah, 1,000 more likes would be nice. We're only at 488. We need over 500. We got 1,200 people in the chat. Yeah, Lions are done. They're out. That's very true. Yo, Philly, this is my first time joining today. I wasn't able to make it for the Bills game. I like the caption bar. It was about, thank you, man. I'm working on that. I want to find one that gives me just scores, but thank you, my man. Kevin, what's going on? Kevin and Heather from Lincoln, Nebraska. What we see watching this, our defense is awesome. Go Birds. Absolutely. We may complain about our offense, but these teams got no defense. Hit that like, exactly. They said the Bears have come back 6 times in the fourth quarter. Wow. Not tonight, Chicago. Not tonight. All right, Bears take a knee. Philly, we are playing before the Bears or at the same time. Goodell hates us. I'm sure you're right. You're definitely right about that. Mar sounds smooth, depressing. Is Houston in the same boat as us? Good defense, struggling offense. Yeah, kinda. They started off, the thing with them is they started off, what, like 0-3, right? All right, here we go. Is right. 2:15 left in the game. Bears down 4. They need a touchdown. Williams hands it off Swift. Swift's going to get about 5. And that's going to take us most likely to the 2-minute warning. 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Bears got all 3 timeouts left. Why do you want to play the Rams? I mean, I'll play anybody, but I don't think we would play the Rams. We play, if we're the 2nd seed, we'll play the 7th, we'll play Green Bay. If you're the 2 seed, you're going to play Green Bay, because Green Bay is going to be the 7th seed. So if you're the 2nd seed, you play Green Bay. If the 49ers lose tonight and the Rams win tomorrow night, you're not playing the Rams anymore. You're playing the Niners. So I don't think you're going to play the Rams either way. Unless the 49ers win and then the Rams win and then the Eagles win. That would have to be the way it is. I'd rather play the toughest team first. Not me. Not me. I'd rather the Rams go play Seattle and beat them and then have to play us in Philly. That's what I hope. If the Eagles are the 2 seed, Green Bay will be the 7 seed. That means the Eagles will play 2, would play 7. 6 plays 3, and then 4 plays 5. So, yeah, we play Green Bay, which means Green Bay can say, bye-bye, Green Bay. They got no chance. What's funny is the Bills fans don't even realize they lost with the refs' help. They're pretty sad. Oh, I know. The schedule is going our way. Our prediction is Bears play 1 p.m. and Eagles 4 p.m. might be good. That would be great. I just don't know that'll happen. I'd rather try to get the 2 seed, lock in 2 home games than 1. Oh, I agree. I would rather be guaranteed 2 home games than guaranteed 1 home game. Yo, Phil, I'm not playing my stars next week regardless. If Tanner is so great, go get me a 2 seed. Yeah, a lot of people feel that way. I'm playing my starters. If the Bears lose tonight, I'm playing my starters. If the Niners win tonight, I'm sitting everybody. I think when this game is over, NBC will release the schedule for next week. Yeah, they probably will. And they're all probably going to play at the same time. I'm sure there will be no Thursday game, no Saturday game. It'll be all Sunday games. I would love a situation where the Bears play first. But the Niners gotta win. Yeah, after this game, Logan, that makes sense. 2nd and 5 at their own 40. Williams back to pass, looking, getting pressure, throws, incomplete. 3rd and 5, flag. Here we go with the flag. God, these flags. Holding defense. Yeah, well, you were right, Joho. They call Caleb Iceman. Is that his name? I have to see him play in the playoffs before I start saying that. Hate that call. That's a weak call. 1st and 10 at the 45. Williams back to pass. Looks, throws, deflected up. Incomplete. The Stars need a rest, especially if there's nothing to play for. If you're playing for the 2 seed, you got to play, man. You got to man up and play. I'm not giving up a home game if I don't have to. All right, 2nd and 10. Caleb back to pass. Looks. Dumps it off Swift. Swift gets tackled up at about the 47. Time is running. Third and 4. Come on. Boy, you need a sack. Timeout. Who took a timeout? Niners use a timeout. I have no issue playing the Seahawks or defense would destroy it. I agree. Root for tomorrow, it doesn't matter. The only team that matters at all for us right now is Chicago. Everybody else, it doesn't matter. We can't win. After Seattle won, we can't get a 1 seed. After Carolina lost, I don't think we can go to the 4 seed. The only team that matters besides us is the Chicago Bears. That's it. Tomorrow's game, I'll just be streaming for fun. 3rd and 4. Williams back to pass. Looking. Gonna run. He's gonna get a first down and out of bounds. He got it. Yeah, this is the only game. It never fails. The mystery flag always shows itself. Doesn't it? Always. Minute 17 left. Bears are driving. You got to feel calm. If you're the Bears right now, you got to feel like this is exactly, we got Niners right where we want them. I mean, because they haven't been able to stop them the whole game. And they're killing clock. 1st and 10 at the 49ers 45. Williams looks, throws, dropped. Loveland dropped it. Defense Lar. Yeah, bad drop. Eagles turned down 2 first-rounders for McKee already. Where did you hear that? I haven't heard that. 2 first-rounders? I've never heard that. That's interesting. Mama. Williams back to pass, looks, throws, incomplete. Third and 10. Okay, K2, buddy. All right, 3rd and 10. You need a sack. Where's Huff and Puff? Time to show up. 3rd and 4. Williams back to pass. Looks, throws quickly. Is caught. Oh, he made a move. He gets a first down. Burden turned the corner and he cut it back and got a first down. Unbelievable. They had him stopped. What's up, Truth Serum? 1st and 10 at the 32. Williams looks, throws, caught. Burden. 39 seconds left. 49ers stink. He made it look dumb. He did. So you remember when Malik Jackson got that big hit on Joe Burrow? I don't remember offhand. I want them Niners Philly. Ah. '49ers cannot stop shit. Third seed, here we go. It's looking like the third seed, man. Looks like everybody's resting next week. Second and 5. We need a turnover. Williams back to pass. Here comes a blitz. And he's going to roll out, look, throws, incomplete. Yeah, I blitz again, too. Who would you rather play? Rams? I would rather play the 49ers. But I'd rather play Green Bay over both them. I want the 2 seed. I don't want the 3 seed. If I can get the 2 seed, I want it. Caleb Williams back to pass. Looks, throws, dropped. Burden dropped it. We got a 4th down. This is it. He dropped it. He had a 1st down. Big play coming up. One play, Niner fans. One more play. Make pretend it's Dallas, then you would get it. 4th and 5. Chicago's going to use a timeout. They got 1 left. I want to face this Bears team in the playoffs, Philly. Well, you can't face the Bears until 2nd round. Because you're going to be the 2nd seed or the 3rd seed. Bears are going to be the 3rd seed or the 2nd seed. There is no way you'll play the Bears in the 1st round. The only time is in the 2nd round. I think the chances that the Eagles play the Bears in the 2nd round is about 85%. Regardless of what seed. It's just a matter of where are you going to play the Bears. Are you going to play them in Philly or are you going to play them in Chicago? You want that 2nd seed, then you need the Bears to lose. Yeah, they did. Both these defenses are not good. All right, this is it. You know they're going to Loveland, right? All right, here it is. Watch the running back out of backfield, too. But 49ers show blitz. They back off of it. Williams, back to pass. Looks, throws. Caught. Loveland. He was wide open. Wide open. Chicago used their last timeout. Unbelievable. He was wide open. They fake the blitz. They don't get deep enough. The linebacker don't get deep. He went the wrong way. All right. No timeouts left for the Niners. 26 seconds left. Boy, the Niners don't get pressure on quarterbacks, by the way. They don't get sacks. First and 10, Williams back to pass. Looking, get pressured. Throws it up. Throws it away. Incomplete with 21 seconds. This game is crazy. This game is crazy. Second and 10. "21 seconds, no timeouts for the Bears. They have a 2nd down, 2nd and 10 at the 13. Williams looks, throws, caught. They're going to do a little lateral like they did with Buffalo. Swift's going to get it, but he's short. He's going to get a first down. Clock is running. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. And they got spiked with 4 seconds left. Oh, my gosh. They did the same shit they did what the Eagles did. But now you only got 4 seconds left. One play. This game is freaking nuts. 4 seconds left. Niners got 2 timeouts. Use a timeout. They don't do it. Williams looks in pressure. Still on his feet. No time left. Williams runs for his leg, throws it. Incomplete. The Niners win. They win. Wow, we got a chance, baby. We've got a chance. That was crazy. And the Niners beat the Bears. And we are 1 game away. 1 game away from that 2 seed. I will never root for the Niners again. That was crazy, dude. Yeah, that was a great game. Great game. 42-38. And now the Niners play Seattle for the division and for home field throughout the playoffs. Wow. Yeah, we got to play our starters, Lord. Yeah, that's right. I want to play the starters. I want the 2nd seed. I don't want the 3rd seed. I want the 2 seed. 2 seed means 2 guaranteed home playoff games. Yes, we got to play our starters. I'm happy about it. The only thing I'll hope for is that somehow Chicago plays whatchamacallit. Yeah, we play our starters. We're playing our starters next week. Got to kick some Washington ass. Unless the Bears play before us. Crazy. Chicago 1 and done. Would not surprise me. Burden got injured on that play. 2nd seed would give us the Packers round 1. Yep. That's exactly right. Yeah, can the Lions beat the... Well, we're going to find out. Why not? I've seen crazier things happen before. We've seen crazier things happen. Yeah, that's the point. I want to play my starters next week. I'm not taking off. I want that 2 seed. The only thing I can hope for is that somehow Chicago plays before we do. That would be the best case scenario. Yeah, 2nd seed does matter. It guarantees you 2 home playoff games. And that 2nd playoff game most likely is Chicago. You're going to have to play Chicago again. You want to play them again in Philly? You want to play them in Chicago? Nick, thank you for the super chat. Next week is a Kelly Green game, too. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, the Lions could definitely win. They could. You want we might get it. Look, if the Bears lose next week, we're going to get it. We're going to get it. Get the 2nd seed, no brainer. Agreed. Yeah, Huff got some pressure there. Yeah, that was a crazy game. No doubt about it. What a game. It's beautiful, baby. Let's go. Next week is a huge week. Hopefully, the best case scenario is when they release a schedule that the Bears play before the Eagles. Please let the Eagles be an afternoon game and the Bears be a morning game or something to that effect. That would be the best case scenario. For Seattle Frisco next week for top seed. Yeah, that game should be like a Sunday night game because that's for the top seed and the division. That's a huge game. Stars aligning. They are. Lions don't got nothing. Sometimes that works for you, you know? Sometimes you come out, you play loose, no pressure. I think the Lions are going to come out and give the Bears their best shot. I think they got enough pride. Seen crazier things happen. 2008, we had to have, three teams all had a win, and they were all like bad teams, and they had no business winning, and they did. And the Eagles got to the Sunday night game and had to play Dallas to win the division, and they end up going to the NFC Championship game. So it can happen. It can happen. Yeah, I'm sure the Eagles will be at 1. Yeah, they probably will. Probably. He wants Smitty to get his 44 yards he'll get it. He's going to get it this week. Commander guarantee not playing the starters. Let the great Tanner McKee get us 2 seed if he's so great. I'm not taking any chances. I'm going to go play. I'm going for that 2 seed, man. We got a chance. I can't ask for anything more. The next weekend's going to matter. I'm happy about that. I don't feel like going through the playoff game. I hate the preseason shit. I want to go. The only way I care is if I got the 1 seed. Otherwise, I don't want to see the backups. Greg, David Zubachet. I like this road. This team to shut them up. Let's effing go. I like it too. Washington Commanders claiming to punch us in the mouth as they promised last game. Yeah, I ain't worried about them. Please get the 2 seed. Get it. We're going to try. We're going to try, Ray. We're going to try. Oh, well, I'm sorry, Ken. We're going to get it. All right, so here we go. Saturday. All right, here it is. All right. Packers. Let's see. Where's the Eagles aren't on there. Eagles aren't even there. 1 o'clock games are showing no Eagles, no Bears. They're going to put us on the same time. Damn it. Eagles, Commanders, 125. Lions, Bears, 125. And then the Sunday night game, Seattle, San Fran. You know that's going to be the case. Oh, it's not the Sunday night. Jeez, both the, damn it. So we're going to have to play our starters. I was hoping the Bears will play early. Damn. They hope they play McKee. Just see, they ain't going to play him. McKee ain't playing. The Eagles got to play for that third seed. Now, maybe a scoreboard watch. Like, if the Bears are killing the Packers, let's say, 28-3 at halftime, yeah, the Eagles might take out their starters. But you're going to be scoreboard watching during that game. It's going to be crazy. Niners also go to Seattle, and if the Niners win that once, it could change hands. Yeah, it will, yeah. That Seattle 49ers game's for the division. No doubt about it. They just announced it on TV here. Ravens Steelers Sunday Night Football. Yeah, that's for the division. I mean, look, I like playing. I don't, streaming it, for me, selfishly, streaming those games where they don't have a bye week, but you're going to not play your starters. It's like a preseason game. This is going to matter. This is going to mean something. I'm excited about that. All right, Big Mike, you have a great, great night, my friend. I don't know when the Seattle game is, though. Was that Monday night? No, it's in Chicago, I think. I think it's in Chicago. They're playing in Detroit? No, I think they're playing in Chicago. The Bears scare the crap out of me. Man, they're a good team. Their defense, not that good, but neither was the Bills, and we didn't do good. Caleb something. He's good. I mean, they're a good team. There's no question about it. But I think most likely we're going to play the Bears. Unless the Bears lose in the first round, I don't see any way we're not going to play them. Oh, they play Saturday night. Who plays Saturday night? Let me see the schedule. See if they put it out on their webpage. It got everything TBD. Yeah, I don't have a schedule. It's interesting. Niners Seahawks what? Saturday night? Well, I'll be streaming that game. 4 p.m. Philly 500. Yeah, 4 p.m. Eagles. Whatchamacallit? Yeah, we got to hope for the 2 seed. It's crazy. Yeah, you got to start your starters. I think so. Saturday is Tampa versus Carolina or Charlotte, and then those are good. Yeah, I'm gonna probably stream both those games on Saturday. I'm gonna take Thursday and Friday. I'll take New Year's Day off. New Year's I'll take off. Friday I'll have a prediction video, and then Saturday I'll stream those games. Yeah, Eagles play 425. Yeah, I saw it. Big week, man. It's going to be a big week. I love it, though. I love it. Yeah, everybody sucks plays at 1. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. We're really trying to play the Niners in their home. No, we don't play the Niners at their home. Niners are a wild card. They got to go beat Seattle first. Right now, they're a wild card team. Right now, the Eagles get one. Eagles are guaranteed 1 playoff game at home. If they win next week and the Bears lose, they're guaranteed 2 games. No, none tonight. Yeah, that was a great game. A strong day, but we lost. Yeah, we sure did. Sure did. Detroit isn't playing 125. They have a morning game. No, they play the afternoon with the Detroit and Chicago play same time the Eagles play next week. The Eagles are top dog. Get that through your head, trolls. There you go. Got it. We needed the Bears to lose twice. They lost 1. We need 1 more loss. And the Eagles get that 2 seed. As long as we can win. It's gonna be interesting. JH, thank you for super chat. He goes, as of today, the Eagles are the number 3 defense in points per game. Oh, are they really? Interesting. Yeah, nothing till the end of the year. Maybe in the all season. Probably CBS and Fox, all the regular channels. That's how they schedule the games now. The NFL don't want anybody sitting their starters have event. Yeah, I could totally see that. No doubt about it. Eagles on CBS. It's crazy. Yeah, cigar video I'm getting ready to go do right now. I'm going to get off here. I'm going to run down and go do one. Come back, edit it. I'll let it run tomorrow, and then it'll run all day tomorrow, and then I'll be doing the Monday Night Football game tomorrow. So, yeah, we're going to get that done. If we could snatch the number 2 seed, it would be an achievement. It would be great. I agree. 49ers and Seattle play Saturday night. Yeah, that's gonna be a great game. I'm gonna be watching that game. I'll be streaming that game. No question, I'm streaming that game. 4133 David Super Chat. The Dallas and Denver losing pisses me off right now. Oh, the loss, the Dallas and Denver losses piss me off. I know. And the Chicago loss. I mean, the Chicago loss too. If you beat Chicago, you're the number 2 seed. Jersey Dawson, David Street. Of course. Shout out to Donovan Moore in Germany. And shout out to all you guys. Appreciate you guys being with me. No shakedowns in the playoffs. You got nope. No. And next off season, we'll bring it back. Nick and KP are the ones throwing the ball. Yeah, that's true, but they sure are calling some bad plays. Yeah, they do. They play at the same time. I know that sucks. I was hoping Chicago would play first. Nope, Denver loss should never happen. There's another game where you're up 14 points with 8 minutes and you go too conservative offensively. It's crazy. I'm with you, JMB. I'm with you. You know? Forget the 2 seed who we play Green Bay. We would play Green Bay at home. And we would be guaranteed another home game. And most likely that home game would most likely in round 2 be Chicago. So Chicago would have to come back into Philly. So that most likely in the second round, if you win and Chicago wins, you're playing Chicago again. So I'd say you got an 80% chance of playing the Bears in the second round. Question is, do you want to play the Bears in Philly or do you want to play them in Chicago? No, we play at 4:25 Sunday, same time as Bears. Yeah. We're gonna be scoreboard watching. I'll put up a little Bears scoreboard to keep track of that game. Hopefully Detroit comes ready to play with some pride, you know. It's going to be interesting. 500, thanks for all the streams, bro. Weird to watch football without it at this point. Like the stream guys, go Birds. I'm out. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it. We'll be streaming all Saturday, all Sunday. I'll be streaming tomorrow night. Gonna take a couple days off at New Year's, probably New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and then I'll probably have like a pre-planned video for Friday. So I'll take a couple days off again this weekend, but we'll be streaming. Yeah, cigar video. I'm gonna get going because I'm gonna go work on that right now. Oh crap, my phone's got 53%. Woo! I hate when there's no juice in it and I have to wait a while. But yeah, I'm gonna get going. We're going to do the cigar video, and I'll post that in a few hours once I get it all done. But let me thank everybody for being here. With that, I am going to get out of here. Eagles, both things happened that we needed, a win and a loss by the Bears. So next weekend is going to be very, very, very interesting. A lot to talk about. With that said, I'm going to get out of here. Love you guys. I will see you later. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll have a cigar video out a little later today. So it should be fun. Philly, are you dismissing the Rams? They could go into Chicago and beat the Bears. Well, if you look at where they're seated, they wouldn't play the Bears. They would play us before they play the Bears. If let's say the Rams are the 6th seed, right? If we're the 2nd seed, you're right. You are correct. If we're the 3rd seed, we're going to play the Bears. I mean, we're going to play the Rams. So, I think that 2nd seed is important because it could be playing at home versus the Packers or at home versus the Rams, So we'll see. And it also depends what they do and what the 49 and all those teams do. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting, though. But, all right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I will talk to you guys later. And with that said, we out. Peace.
Come on, guys.
2 minutes to go. You have plenty of time.
Come on.
Oh, shit! Dad! No!
It's over! It's over! This game is over! Cut it off! It's over!
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay!
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today! That was on you, Dak! That was on you, Dak! That was on you, Dak!
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott!
Trying to feed him
Trying to feed the CeeDee Lamb! Trying to feed the CeeDee Lamb! You tried to feed the CeeDee Lamb! You got to give it to CeeDee Lamb! God! It's over! It's over, Dak! Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey Lance can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. I buy into this shit. Because here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. and I talk the talk.
It's now for us to win the game.
It is killing me.
And I feel it coming. I feel like it's going to take Jerry Jones taking it. Cut it off. It's over.
Fuck.